So, since about half our usual party isn't available, here's a one-shot.
Hey.
Yep. Alright. Your characters. At level 10, you are getting pretty close to being famous adventurers. Your names are known. You've taken on various challenges in your careers. You've been around the block a few times. And recently, you were offered a job. But we're going to skip all of that. And we're going to go right into after you'd accepted this. So, the group has left the city, and you've headed into the woods. After a long day of travel, it's nearing dusk. But you're also pretty sure that you're nearing your destination and the monster you've been sent to kill. As you pass through the brambles and the hedges and the underbrush, you come across a forest clearing. And you're peering across it in the warm tones of the setting sun. And you see a shadow across the way, to the north and a little to the west, so that the sunset has shadowed the figure further. And you hear a voice rasping, almost growling, that says, "Come no nearer." What will
Well,
you
that's
do?
not a good sign.
Is this voice speaking in common?
Yes.
What the fuck is his name? May is gonna kind of just.
What the fuck is this name? Big.
It's May. He's gonna kind of stand at attention and kind of go. And who claims where we can go?
Clearly him.
You
Aren't
come
you
no
listening?
nearer. I guard the lady.
Who's the lady?
I guard the lady. I
Thank you.
protect.
That's very helpful. Do you mind telling us who the lady is?
Or who you are, perchance?
I am no one.
I thought you were the guardian of the lady.
And the lady
And you
is
did?
the lady. Turn back now. Or else.
But if you're no one,
Whoever's up
then
in front can go ahead and roll a perception check. Technically, it is disadvantage for dim light. However,
probably be Conrad.
Yeah, probably the scout.
Well, if you're nobody, and if you're no one, then why should we fear you? Because if you're no one, what are you gonna do? Use your magic of non-existence?
Oh. Yep. You notice in this instant, as your companion is speaking behind you, a couple of things. Number one, the figure is, of course, humanoid, apparently male, lightly armored in leather. You can make out faint details of a quiver on his back, a hatchet at his belt, sturdy boots, worn clothes, a beard on his face. He seems about the height of a human. And his skin is deathly pale. The other thing you notice is the fact that he has drawn a longbow and is aiming directly at Maze. For 2 attacks. And this is when we roll initiative.
Alright. Yeah, both the arrows just clatter off the armor, but yeah.
Yeah, let me move you on.
Damn, your armor class is fucking high.
It's 18, we're level 10s.
Alright.
Damn, brother.
Give me that initiative roll. Let's get into this.
Why can't I get my fucking token? On.
Oh, I've already dragged and dropped you.
Well, fuck, now there's 2 of me.
Yep. I'll delete that one.
She multiplies.
Yep. Scroll out so you can see the whole map.
There's 2 of me. There'll never be enough of me. There's too many.
You guys are going fast. Look at you.
There's like only 2 of us. That's probably. I like how there's just like one fucking deer in the corner.
It's fair.
It makes me happy. Look at him. Look at that fat Bambi looking fucker.
Alright. Charon, you just saw 2 arrows whip out of the darkness and shatter against the armor of the fighter figure that's in front of you. You see the figure across the clearing, in the sheltering shade of the trees.
Is this said figure?
No.
Is this said figure?
Way
Oh, he's over there.
across.
Brother is out of my line of sight, that's why. Okay. We're gonna move this. I said move, you smarmy boy. Okay. Where are you? Oh, there he is. He's so fucking far away.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I gotta adjust my map. There we are.
You hear her call out once again, "Turn back now!"
You still haven't told us who you are and why we should fear someone like you. And how far are we?
You're about 75 feet.
When were we set to fight?
We'll get to that.
Were we told we were set to fight?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
No.
You know that this is not what you were sent to fight specifically. However, it's standing in your way.
Annoying. Alright.
And apparently hostile.
Yes. Very.
Can I choose this stuff? Yeah, that thing.
Rage 150
Well then.
feet.
Bringing out the heavy artillery right away, I see.
Draw me the,
I'm tired,
what's
brother.
your thing?
Just let
What's your thing?
me use my new fancy spells. I'm so excited. Got all these nice new little gadgets. Brother.
It is 20-foot radius, so it's bigger than that.
I'm drawing one for you, don't worry.
You've got about, yeah. If you want to start it
thing.
there, it goes about there. If you want to start it further up in the corner, if you want to put it on him.
Yeah, I just want him. How do I move this? Oh, I can't. Can I?
Yeah, because I made it.
God, I made it.
Then
I
move
can
it so that he's in the lower corner of
the lower
this.
corner?
Yeah.
Right there?
About here-ish.
Up one more?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. He makes that constitution save on the start of his turn, but he will do so and then you need to roll the 5d8 poison damage. In fact, if you want to roll it now, go ahead. Alright.
Nice.
That will be held on to until later.
I have a lot of new toys.
Sorry,
I'm
I didn't.
excited.
I clicked too soon. Is that your entire turn, or do you want to do something else?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay, bye.
And it is just straight up May.
May. Okay.
He's just gonna begin his procession forward. And he's gonna cast Bless on the party.
Excellent. Alright, keep in mind that D4 on attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh, what a sweetie.
Alright, is that everything, May?
Yeah, and he's just gonna have his sword and his warhammer and shield out.
Okay. Morello.
I wonder who's playing that.
Yeah.
Morello's gonna kind of like dart into the trees. I assume he sees that deer, right?
Yeah, yeah, he sees the deer. Give me a quick perception.
Is that the
That deer's
lady?
pretty well out in the open. Yeah, no. You see a deer. It
Okay.
doesn't seem to be startling, that's pretty much it.
Just kind of looks at it and tells it to shoot.
Say shoot, shoot. Deer just looks at you.
Why does the deer have initiative?
So we know when it moves. And he's
And he's Conrad? Are you there? I think we lost Conrad.
We've lost him.
Alright. This is beginning.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep. No kidding. Alright, I'm gonna assume that, yep, he's shooting into the cloud kill. The first one misses, the second one does hit.
I'm assuming so. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Alright, that sinks in 10 piercing damage. So Morello fires into this heavily obscured cloud. Technically, probably should have some kind of cover from that, but that was a high enough roll to hit that I'm just gonna take it at this point.
sorry.
Hidden enemies, okay. Search action is a bonus action. Okay.
So he's gonna use that to kind of just once more glance at the deer. He's getting just a little bit suspicious of it.
Okay. Bonus action search. Go ahead and do perception again. I'll let you have that one more. Yeah, something about this deer seems really off.
Shoot the deer.
You don't
She's just-
think it's alive, but it's standing there, and it's looking at you, and you see this kind of this foam at the corners of the mouth dripping down,
Oh no.
and there's a red light in its eyes. And you see it
And-
opened its mouth, baring its teeth. And they're
Morello's gonna
blood-stained.
go, Charon? I think it's one of your friends over here.
I haven't fucking touched it.
Just gonna leave it at that.
Alright. It is the distant figure's turn. I'll go ahead and I'll make that con save for you. What's your spell DC?
My
Doesn't
spell DC,
matter.
it's... Yeah, you fucking
see-
fail. My spell DC is 15, brother.
You see the figure, take a deep breath, and calmly walk out of the cloud without seeming to suffer any hurt from it.
Awesome, that's just fucking great.
You get
That's
the feeling
really unfortunate.
poison isn't gonna do much. He's gonna go ahead and fire off a couple of more longbow strikes at the approaching paladin. Draws back and looses, but it goes whoosh right over your shoulder. The second one, even more off aim. He might not have been affected by the poison, but possibly walking through it has messed with his eyes a bit, and they were adjusting. And that is going to be his turn. And then the deer moves. That easily reaches you, Morello. He's gonna take a great big chomp and miss. Because the DM cannot roll worth anything right now.
To be fair, it's a deer.
Yep.
And Morello is not the deer.
Yeah. And
Is that it from the deer?
Charon, you see another deer slowly pacing out of the shadows just to your left. It's looking directly at you with those red gleaming eyes and those bared teeth and the slavering foam dripping from its open mouth.
Jesus Christ. Alright, real quick, as a bonus action, can I dispel the cloud?
Now that it's your turn, you absolutely can.
Okay, because otherwise it's gonna fucking bother me the entire time.
Okay.
Alright, no. Cloud's gone, because clearly it's not gonna work against this one.
Yep.
Big bad boy with his fucking weird ass little sword. Shrink, goddammit.
Alright, that would be your bonus action. You've got movement and an action. What would you like to do?
Sorry, just give me a second. There we are. That makes that so much nicer. Okay, this is easier. Where's the other... Oh, fuck, it's really close.
Oh, yes. It couldn't quite reach you. Well, it could have if it had dashed, but it just has stalked towards you.
So, is it got, like, the same eyes and shit?
Oh, yes. You're familiar with undead, and you are quite certain that this is undead, beyond just the fact that it is moving around, and this in spite of this gaping wound across its ribs, where the skin has been flayed away.
Awesome. Okay. This is great. We're gonna just... Yes. Oh, I didn't... Oh, fuck. Fuck, that's not good. We'll do that.
Alright, are you aiming towards the deer?
Yes.
Make a ranged spell attack, please.
What do I roll for that again?
So where it says spells, just click attack.
Alright. There we are.
Roll 1d4 on top of that, you have bless.
Yep, do remember the bless.
Yep.
Nevertheless, that does hit. That does hit.
Remember the bless?
The usually deer are very spry, quick, light on their feet. This is plodding, slow. It barely seems to have direction. It barely seems to know what's happening aside from the fact that it is fixated on you. Go ahead and do a 1d8 for the cold damage.
2d8.
Oh yes, 2d8 because you're leveled. Yeah. Alright. You see the frost crackle across the front of this deer and it stumbles on its feet. Its hooves are starting to drag a little bit with the effort of continuing forward, but it is continuing forward. Is there anything else you would like to or can do?
Gonna walk up. Not over there. My thing slid.
Okay.
But to about... Stop sliding, you fuck.
You can click on the token and use the arrow keys if you'd like.
I'm gonna have to. There we go. Basically start walking up to here to say, these aren't mine.
What was the other one that said that? Yeah.
Well, whichever. I haven't touched them, but somebody's messing with the undead. And if it's not me, I'm not a fan.
Kind of just grumbles.
Karam, go ahead and just as a free thing, since you're up there now, roll me a, let's call it, not insight, possibly nature.
As you request.
Yeah, you're looking across at this thing that has completely ignored your poison damage, this humanoid figure. You take in the paleness of its skin. That's not living either.
He's not alive.
May, you have just been given this information.
He kind of just sighs and goes, "Friend, I wish we didn't have to harm you like this, but we cannot allow you to remain. And you're gonna just walk up."
That hits.
What?
They both.
Hold on, I can't roll damage that low. I don't have any dice there. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. Pull up your damage dice and just roll them separately, and they'll add 6. Okay. So it's 8 plus 6. 14.
Yeah, 14.
Yep. Alright. You bring the warhammer around in 2 heavy, solid blows. Whack, whack, right to the center of his chest. It's starting to cave a little bit beneath the leather armor, but as is typical of an undead figure, he's still standing. And he looks at you with this curl of the lip over his teeth.
He just kind of nods at him, prepares to be attacked.
Yep. Morello, you've got a deer biting at your face. Not very well, but it's trying to eat you.
Oh no.
Oh no 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 no.
Okay, is Morello the one with that ability to close quarter shooting?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you hit with a ranged attack, you can't take reactions. That does hit. And it does do a solid amount of damage as you shoot it right in the mouth that is gnawing towards you. It doesn't kill it yet, but even an undead creature does not take well to an arrow in the back of the throat.
Fair enough, and because it can't take reactions,
Yep.
she's just going to step away and take a shot at the other deer.
At the other deer. Alright. And that also hits. And you see this frost-covered deer with its hooves starting to drag it in Charon's direction. Again, stumble almost to a knee, and then it forces itself back up, staggering. You have severely hurt it. It looks like it's hanging on by a barest thread.
Alright, and that's it for Morello.
Alright. It is the humanoid undead's turn. He stashes his longbow and pulls out the hatchet at his belt. He swings once at Yume.
Yep, beats it.
Yep. Sticks the hatchet into a gap in the plates of your armor, and then reaches forward with his free hand and grabs at the front of your face.
Just ducks.
Yep. Duck out of the way, his hand closes on empty air. You can feel this close, the undead necrotic energy around that hand. You don't have to do the saving throw, it didn't hit.
It was concentration.
Ah, true. Okay. That is right, Bless is still up. You're aware that if that hand had closed on you, it probably would have done bad things. However, you have avoided it. And now the deer go. Even slowed, this one manages to stagger its way painfully up towards Charon. Lashes out with a bite. Does that hit? 14. Sky?
Me? Yeah.
Does a 14 hit Charon?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, you take 1 piercing damage as this deer
Ow.
falters as its teeth chomp down. You do feel the skin break, the scales break, and a bit of
Ew.
blood seeps out, but...
Fuck.
Meanwhile, Morello, the other one has followed you. It's shaken off that arrow, and oh, it is ticked off. It chomps down heavily. Dealing 4 piercing damage, because I assume Morello's AC is not higher than a 21.
Yeah.
Alright, Charon, it's your turn. You've got a deer that just chomped your arm. It looks barely alive. Well, for a given value of alive.
I was gonna hit it with a stick.
Yep, you hit it with a stick and it crumples like a puppet with its strings cut.
Fucking disgusting work. And then she's gonna walk up to here and basically look at the guy, the dead man.
Mhm.
I love that. Sorry. Point, and just go, enough. You are not from this world. You are dead, and you've been brought back. As one who shares the same power, I ask you to tell me who it is you serve.
I have served many. I served one who told me to kill the lady, and now I serve the lady. You will not end her, as I did not.
I don't
No
plan
one
to
can.
end her.
No one should. She is good, pure, beautiful. I will die again 1,000 times to protect her.
We aren't here to kill her. At all. Believe me, I'm in the business of killing things and bringing them back and killing them again and bringing them back. It's a bit of fun, but we aren't here to kill her. Do you mind just telling me who the fuck this lady is? And then we leave you alone and you go on to serve her with a slightly less damaged corpse.
She is the one. She lives in the cabin. A jewel atop jewels. Cast out by them. And he points in the direction that you came from. Distantly over the treetops, you can see the top of the castles and the ramparts of the city. Roll an insight check.
Yeah.
Something occurs to you. When you took this job, the person who passed it on was a bit cagey on certain details. All you knew is that you had to go and kill a monster in a cabin in the woods atop of a gem mine. The monster used to be among the people of the city until she was discovered for what she was and cast out. Others were sent to kill her. They have failed. You have a suspicion.
You were sent to kill the lady, and now you work for her, in a sense.
I would say that this is enough time for May to have had his turn. Are you doing anything with this conversation going on?
Yep, he's just gonna say, I'll honor the oath made by my partner and step away to fight the deer.
As you step away, He takes a swing at you. Deals
Alright,
4
that'll hit.
slashing damage. Bless is still active.
He'll take it, just continue walking away.
Yep.
Why did you hit him?
I kill all who come through this way. Turn
That's nice.
back or die.
Do you not understand? Or maybe because your skull is so thick from death. I am the same as your lady.
And I have only one lady. There
That's
will be no
nice.
other. Yeah, that deer's dead.
May will just throw over the shoulder to Charon and says, if you're gonna break your deal with him, you do it.
Aye.
Is Morello doing anything? May has just come over and squished the deer into a pancake.
Morella will kind of just step back and ready an arrow, basically holding attack action in case Charon chooses to attack.
I'm not here to be your new lady. Jesus. Oh, there's no Jesus. God's in hell. Like, never. No offense, but your revival was the best work I've seen. Whatever your lady is, she's lost. She's been hurt. She asks for defense. She sends some shitty mauled deer to try to bite us, which, by the way, tore my sleeve, so I'm kind of pissed. We don't want to hurt her. We want to talk. It's gonna happen or not?
Roll either persuasion or deception.
Persuasion. Wait. Yeah,
Well, which one are you doing? Are you being honest or not?
Yeah, that's why I'm leaving it up to Sky. Alright.
That's a knot.
Yes. And it's a 21. So you see this being actually falter for a second. He was starting to step forward with his hatchet raised. But at your words, he stops. And he says, "Visit, talk to the lady. No one ever has."
Well, I'm not no one. Am I? Look,
He lowers
I
his
get
hatchet.
it. I get it. You're a revived soul. You are attached, kind of by force, to the person who revived you. I know, I've done it. Shit happens. We just want to talk to her.
He lowers his hatchet and steps back.
And I swear, if you hit me with that hatchet, I'm going to be more than ridiculously pissed. So, and they'll put their staff back. Lead the way.
He's eyeing you a little bit and says, "What do you know of the lady?"
More than you could ever guess. And more than your rotting brain would be able to understand.
I remember when I was a man.
Then
Sent
you're recent.
to kill.
Do you know how long it's been since you've died?
Less than a year.
You were the last. Makes sense as to why your mind is still running. Those deer must have been far more dead than you.
The deer are mere shamblers.
So I've noticed. Kind of shit work, to be honest, but you make do. Now, are you going to show me this cabin?
To talk only.
Only to talk. I'll keep my word.
She has other protectors.
No doubt.
All right. You have been persuasive. And so, he leads you through the forest. The winding path. You find a bit of a road, overgrown, unused, and he leads you along it until you come across clearer, newer tracks, not fresh by any means, but carts, people have passed this way. And you come across, finally, on a rise, backed up against another bluff, a fairly large cabin. Outside stands a figure in full armor. You don't see this figure's face, but the helmet turns towards your guide, somewhat inquiringly. Your guide, who has introduced himself as merely the woodsman, gestures to you and says to this knight outside the home, "These are visitors for the lady." And you hear a voice from inside the helmet, muffled, say in reply, "The lady has no visitors."
Well, congrats. We're visitors.
Why have you come?
To talk
About what?
about things that don't really concern you.
Her safety concerns me.
That's nice. You can follow us if you want. You can attend. You can sit in a chair. You can even withdraw your sword and point it at my throat. I'm not going to do anything except talk, like I'm doing now.
Who sent you?
Again, none of your concern.
Others who have come have been my concern.
Yeah,
Was
and
it
clearly,
the queen?
not that I know of.
Flashback.
Of course.
Before all of this, you met in a tavern in the city, specified to you by a message that found its way to your hands. You met there with a small man in a cloak, a little furtive, a little uncomfortable in his surroundings, just enough to be a little more noticeable than perhaps he would have liked. There, he gave you a mission. Go to the forest. Find the monster. Kill it before it can return. And kill more. He promised a very handsome reward. A great deal of gold, gems. Perhaps even it was hinted favor. Favor very high up on the political spectrum. All you had to do was succeed where others had failed. Assassins, ordinary cutthroats, even poison. It never worked. And now it has been too long. And certain people were growing worried. You are their last hope. Back to the present. The armored figure pauses, thinks, carefully steps to the side with clank, clank of armor. The woodsman stays outside.
Hold on. Sky dropped.
Oh,
And she's
Is it working?
yes.
Oh, we are. Are we in the present now?
Yeah, we are in the present now.
Awesome.
The woodsman is staying outside. The armored figure steps to one side and gestures at the door for you to precede him. Calling in, my lady, visitors. They say they will talk, and nothing more. And you hear from inside this faint, feminine voice. They may enter. You step inside the main room of this cabin. You see a table, chairs, various furniture in the corners, barrels. There's a front door in the back. A couple of fireplaces, one central to the building, presumably to heat all of the rooms. An open door that seems to lead into a kitchen area, and a closed one on the same wall opposite sides of the central fireplace. The lady that you see is young. Perhaps barely outside of her teenage years, if that. She's beautiful, dressed in white. Pale skin, made more so by her hair, dark as a moonless, starless night. Her lips are blood red, and she smiles.
Does she have 7 dwarves?
You look around, you don't see any other humanoid figures in the room.
This was out of character. That was out of character. That's
I mean,
all I'm saying.
Feel free to give me a, I don't know, perception?
no need.
No, it was all out of character. Jesus Christ.
May. Oh, there is such an odor in this room. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover. You know within this room there is vampire.
So, you are the lady.
Yes, that is what the woodsman calls me. And who would you be, visitors?
Might I ask your name first, if that's alright?
Oh, you don't know me. Don't you recognize your lost princess? I'm Snow.
Huh. Of course. I should have known. So, Snow, is that why you're a woodsman there? A lot stronger than some undead I've seen. It's because he's not, is it?
Oh no, he is. He's just not your ordinary sort. I didn't exactly make him to my fullest capabilities, but he was something of an experiment. Hello, Devin. You've jumped in at an interesting point.
I'm sure I have.
Sky managed to flirt her way into the cabin of the...
I didn't fucking flirt my way.
Flirting.
I know.
There was a very good persuasion check. So, to bring Devin up to speed very slightly, the rest of the party took a job. They went out into the woods. They came across an undead human and a couple of undead deer that posed not much of a problem. But they managed to talk to said human, revealed that he was the woodsman, and he protected the lady. Perhaps even the monster they were sent to kill. They convinced, well, mostly Sky's character, Charon, convinced the woodsman that they only wanted to talk. And seemed to mean it. So, he led them to the cottage, the cabin, where his lady resides. They were met at the door by a knight in full armor, stepped inside with them and is watching them, as they converse with this lady, who claims to be Snow, the lost princess of their kingdom. It is known to all of you, it should be noted, that Snow has indeed been missing, apparently lost in the woods, for several months now, nearly a year. It's
So,
widely assumed that she's dead at the hands of some wild beasts, brigands, bandits, perhaps even some sort of assassin,
dear.
maybe deer, and vicious things. However, they've come across this beautiful, beautiful young woman who claims to be her, and the paladin has sensed the presence of a vampire in the vicinity.
Lips red as blood, skin pale as snow. You certainly look like her.
So, for the sake of, let's call it ease, we're just gonna go ahead and say, in the finest tradition of a one-shot, so who cares, that your friend, the Dragonborn, named Hawkins Frostmarrow, came along with you into this cabin. Maybe you met up with him as he stumbled through the woods. He'd tried to find a different track. Didn't succeed. You ran into him on the way. Convinced the woodsman guiding you that he was one of you and he would abide by the agreement that Charon had made. And brought him along. So, I don't just look like her. I am.
Well, you've introduced yourself. My name is Karen. Of the dead. These are my companions, if you would like to introduce yourself.
May will just nod. And Marlo just goes, Miss Go, you can call me.
That's the righteous one. That's Go. And that's the scaly one.
Hawkins probably used to being referred to as such, just gives a low growl.
Aye, easy there, buddy. Wasn't meant to offend. Would you prefer the one with the startling blue eyes?
I think his eyes are white, but okay.
The white blue eyes? I don't fucking know.
Well, you're certainly a more colorful group than most.
We're a bit ragtag.
Takes all kinds for the kinds of things we do.
And what is it you do? Surely not hunt down poor, innocent princesses in the woods.
Nah. You're not innocent there, dearie.
So sure.
Yeah.
And you hear a clank of armor behind you as the knight shifts forward, not a full step, just enough to gain attention, and says, "You will not disrespect the lady."
Karen's just gonna raise a hand. That wasn't meant as disrespect.
Oh, my darling takes that so seriously. Don't worry about it.
I've noticed. But nah, that was not disrespect. It was a compliment. Anybody who can work the dead, like, she'll gesture to the woodsman. Like that.
The woodsman is outside. He's taken up the post that the knight left to come in with you.
She'll quirk a thumb over her shoulder. Like that.
The knight shifts back a bit.
However, the deer, a bit shoddy.
Well, one has what one has to deal with.
I appreciate that. You use what you got. Now might I ask, when did you... would Karen have kind of guessed what snow is?
It would either be a nature check to identify signs or potentially an insight. I'm tempted to say nature in this case.
Considering all like the stuff leading up to this.
You're pretty sure that, at the very least, you're in front of a necromancer like you. You think that this necromancer might have maybe done a few experiments on herself at the very least. Maybe that might be your assumption. She seems to have, that very pale visage, and that's sometimes a telltale sign. However, aside from that, you don't really see anything like the rotting. She's kind of talking with a hand up to her mouth, so you don't actually see pointed fangs at any point. So you might have an inkling of a suspicion, but you're not certain.
So, if you don't mind me asking, you aren't dead, as far as I can tell, in a sense of, rotten, being eaten, left to be a skeleton somewhere in the woods. Why are you out here?
Don't you know?
Why would I?
Well, I would have imagined that my stepmother would have made it very clear. Or no, I suppose not. She would keep it a secret. Shameful what she did to me.
What'd she do, mind you?
Well, she sent me one day, jealous no doubt of my growing beauty, afraid of me, my claim on the throne through my father. Soon after he died, she said, "Oh, why don't you go to the woods? Why don't you pick some flowers? Enjoy the spring air." She sent a woodsman along to guide me and watch over me, and to plunge a knife into my back. Thankfully, he saw reason. Saw me. Couldn't bring himself to do it. Such a terrible thing. And now, well, we've met him. So willing
You
and
killed
biddable.
him.
Oh, no. I gave him a new life.
But you killed him first.
It wasn't really necessary. You see, the ones that die first tend to, be the way of those deer. So tricky to work with. You can get much better results if you start with something alive. Unfortunately, this is the only shelter I could find. Is hardly fit for a princess. I do apologize for my hospitality. I haven't much to offer. Those that lived here before me were not creatures of great comfort, despite their wealth.
Ah, I see as you mean. So, you take what's alive, you give it a name, as you say.
A purpose. Serving me.
Why do you cover your mouth?
What purpose could be greater? Oh, I was raised to be polite. Don't you know it's rude to show your teeth when you speak? I was always taught that, since I was a very little girl.
There's a light cough from the Dragonborn who can literally not help but show his teeth at all times.
Oh, don't worry, I forgive you. I stand on ceremony. This is hardly the halls of my father.
Also, real quick, could Hawkins, size up the knight?
Yes, you can. What are you hoping to size up?
Basically, does he look Like, how hardy does he look? Does he does he look like he's know what he's doing, holding a blade, or is he like kind of a talking, shambling undead?
Um, I'm gonna call this one an insight check because you're trying to discern skill from somebody
All
who's
right.
kind of only made a few moves, stood around. Alright.
18.
He looks comfortable in his armor. It's well made. It is apparently made to fit him. It is full plate, head to toe. He wears it well. As for his sword, it hangs at his waist. He has not drawn it yet. However, there is a comfort in that as well. He doesn't knock it into things. He stands very naturally. You get the feeling that this is somebody who knows his way around arms and armor.
Standard longsword at his side.
And it's actually a great sword.
Ooh.
He's got
At
a
his
heavy...
side?
Yeah. Oh, no. Never mind. It's on his back. I'm sorry. He's
Yep.
got a heavy crossbow at his side.
Okay.
So, if you
And
don't mind me,
you can't actually see past the helmet. It's really only slits in the front, and armor covers everything. So you can't tell if he's undead. But the fact that he has been speaking and doesn't seem, as you say, shambling, means that if he is undead, he is a very sturdy kind.
All right.
so, are you a necromancer then?
Well, I wouldn't like to put a label on it.
Would you learn your trade if you're a princess?
Self-taught?
Before or after the exile and attempted murder?
Oh, I wouldn't go so far as exile. It was flat out attempted murder and, well, the convenience of me staying away for fear of a more direct attempt. Though really my stepmother was so underhanded every time so far that... Well, I wonder if I could just walk back up to the castle tomorrow and make my claim on the throne. I've come of age since then. I could. Perhaps I should. Her last attempt went almost too far.
What did you
Poisoning
do?
that apple.
I see. See, that's why they just wash our fruits. You don't know what they can put on it.
May insight what Snow just said.
Inside away, but let me know exactly what you're hoping to get out of it.
He's trying to see how truthful she's being, and she's like
Okay.
intentionally bending the truth.
Okay, go ahead. Insight.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You can't tell. You're just busy trying to figure out who's the vampire. Is it her? Is it the knight?
Oh no, he knows the location. He knows it's her.
Oh, you know the general location. You don't know precise, do you?
No, I know precise.
Okay.
I know it's her. That's
Okay.
why he's suspicious.
Not its identity. Got it. Yes. So, yeah. She's... Alright, she's clearly a vampire. Draw your suspicions where you may from that.
Yep, he's waiting.
No offense, my dear, but you're making it a little bit obvious.
Well, I suppose it's a little hard to hide something you were born with.
Oh, I completely agree. But you don't have to hide it.
Don't I?
No, you don't. There's beauty in the undead. It's a shame that you hide those teeth of yours.
Well, you would be one of the rare to think so. She'll drop her hand and let her teeth show. But the flattery is nonetheless appreciated.
Not an attempt at flattery. I'm simply being honest. And as it were, you could walk up to the castle and claim your throne. But I'll warn you, being a leader is not all the pompous fancy it appears to be.
Knockins do his best to contain himself right now.
I see no reason why it couldn't be. You
There's
have
a lot.
a unique outlook on these things. Would you
I
like...
have to.
I might consider you for a position in my new court. Would you be interested?
Will it require the
Depends.
magical changing of the mind, like the woodsman?
It shouldn't. That, I'm afraid, is up to you, though.
No thanks.
No thank you to the magical changing of the mind, as your friend put it, or to the position. It's a once-in-a-lifetime offer.
The position simply depends on what you plan to do with those currently in power.
Well, the one in power, my stepmother, the Queen, that should be fairly obvious. After all, is it not treason to attempt murder on the heir to the throne?
It is.
She has my throne by marriage. It was not her right. It is mine. I'm afraid that my only option is execution for her.
Is that not just as treasonous as her attempting to take the throne from you?
Absolutely not. As I said, she has no natural right to the throne. Therefore, I am in the right, and she is in the wrong. She may be queen now by name, but she is not queen by birth. I am.
Now see, that's a very odd way of putting it, ain't it?
And why?
She tries to kill you. They tried to kill her.
Oh, I'm not going to try to kill her. And it will be a fair trial and a just punishment. Her attempts on my life were knives in the back, poison in fruit, various brigands hired under the table.
And yeah, I suppose you do have lots of witnesses. Those who saw them going to kill you, those who hired them to come to kill you. Suppose. But I don't think killing her would be the best option.
Well, I don't think that you are going to be the one on the throne.
Oh, I'm not. I wouldn't want it. That's too much responsibility for something I don't care for.
Hawkins kind of under his breath, just, there's only one position for queen.
I beg your pardon, but what was it you said?
If you ask me, there's only one queen fit to rule anything.
Is
and
there?
It's not you.
And her smile grows very sharp at that, and you hear the ringing of a great sword being drawn behind you.
Mistakes have been made.
Hold, love, hold. Perhaps there was a slip of the tongue. Just a little misunderstanding. A word said that was not meant. And she smiles at you. It's a cold, cruel, heartless smile.
And Hawkins will return one in kind and go, sorry, let me try again.
Okay. So you are trying to get her or the knight, because they are on opposite sides of you. I'm guessing
going with her.
Alright. Constitution saving throw. She makes it. Is that half damage?
It is half damage.
Alright. So that deals her 6 damage. Round it up. And we are going to roll initiative as I pull you over onto the sheet.
You did it before I could.
Yeah,
I'm so mad.
I kind of have you guys clustered because they weren't going to let you spread out too much, but if you want to get a little space, you can.
By the way, hey, I know this map.
Yeah, I find what I could.
Also, by the way, Devin, fuck you. You beat me to it, you dick.
Let me just click my bonds real quick.
Big mood.
Oh, goodness. Alright.
Ah!
I wonder who's the queen, eh? Also, you beat me to it. I was gonna lunge forward and peck at her.
Aw.
You're not even a bird, you're a snake!
But my mask is like a bird.
How sharp is it?
It's a sharp boy. Or I don't know, I was gonna stab her with something. I have a knife. But you beat me to it, you bastard.
I'm sorry, can you rephrase that? And a cold smile. I couldn't not.
It's very
He makes a
fair.
compelling argument.
He does. He does indeed. Alright.
Yeah, I know that night art too.
Again, I work with what I got.
Yeah,
Are
but
we
I
on
actually
hold?
don't know that.
You actually don't know what?
I actually don't know the Snow White one. I'm assuming it's a vampire, and I did some scouring for vampire.
I just searched Snow White fantasy art. I started from this place. By the way, Conrad, when you guys were finishing that character creation and you were singing to the tune of Hi Ho,
Yep.
that was hilarious.
I now see why being a necromancer is very funny in this campaign. Or in this shot.
Yep. That
Fucking
too.
Christ.
A necromancer and a paladin who's specifically anti-undead. This is great.
Not specifically anti-undead, but he's well equipped to destroy
And the
them.
barbarian is the one who tipped this.
Yep. Well, of course it is. What else is a barbarian gonna do? Alright. And with that, initiative begins.
Also, Conrad, it wasn't flirting, it was tactical flattery.
It was very tactical flattery.
Fuck off.
And your tactics have brought everything together into a single fight when I'd spread them across like 3. So, good luck, guys. So, as an action, she is going to... She's going to tip her head back briefly, and she's going to sing.
Oh no.
She summons something. You're not quite sure, but yes.
Shut her the fuck up. Shut
And
her up.
It's too late. The action is done, and
Hold on.
she runs back into the other room.
What's that horribly animated Little Red Riding Hood movie from fucking forever ago where they're trying to figure out who killed...
Hoodwinked.
Thank you.
Yep. That wasn't that bad.
Have you seen the animation recently?
Yeah, the animation's not great, but the story's fun.
Yeah, Tina Mite. Must be Italian.
Alright, and with that, there is no other effect. She just sings out. And that is all. May.
May is gonna say, well, technically this war wouldn't harm her. And he's gonna swing his,
Whatever he has.
Oh, that hits. No question of that.
Clang on the helmet.
A bit Hal Kareem-esque with the fake sword on the helmet.
Yeah. Well, fake sword is strong. Yep, it does 6 bludgeoning damage. And the helmet is a very satisfying clang. You see him reach up to steady it briefly. You're gonna smite? Okay. Okay.
Oh yes, of course, smite. Max level smite.
Okay, have fun with that.
Yeah.
Is he undead?
No.
I guess the divine sense would have tinged off, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
no, he was oh, right. I thought he was behind full cover at that point.
No, he was not. He is not undead.
So then wouldn't Conrad know what he is?
No, not
Only if
necessarily.
he counts.
Yeah. If he's not undead, then he's not undead.
If he's
Okay.
not an undead, aberration, celestial, or fiend.
However,
Celestial,
that
fiend, undead,
is
no aberration.
Hold on,
excellent.
plus an additional 48.
Why an additional
Hmm.
48?
Because he crit.
Oh, that's right. Go for it. You smite the hell out of this guy.
Literally.
You feel the ringing radiant energy fueled by the power of your devotion, your sense of faith, your everything you have against the perversion of life that is undeath fills you, and you take it out on this one. He doesn't seem to be undead as the smite rings through him and doesn't come back with that feedback of additional radiance that you've come to recognize. However, it still burns through as it would with any mortal being. And you see him stagger briefly, his hand still on his helmet from trying to still the ringing, the other on the great sword that is still in his grasp but is dropped slightly to his side.
Okay, now your second swing.
Go for it.
He's gonna first cast. I wish I did this earlier, but you guys couldn't hear me. He's gonna cast Ensnaring Strike, and then
Oh, hold on. What are you?
Damn it.
You said second swing.
yeah, Ensnaring Strike is a bonus action spell.
Okay, I see. And then you're doing... Okay, the second one does not hit... Hold on.
And what a disparity.
Right in massive thorny vines. Why would you...
He rolled a 1.
Yeah, no, still.
Yikes.
So yeah,
That's a hard R.
he does not hit, but you are concentrating on it for now.
Yep.
So remind me of that once you do manage to hit, if you do. Okay?
And he's just gonna say, "You guys take care of the lady, I guess."
You hear the knight muffled shout, "No!" But he can't seem to do anything at the moment. Morello.
Is going to run over there and kick down the door.
Yep, the door, there actually is no door. It's actually open. I just didn't bother revealing it.
Big
Fair
move.
enough.
Yeah. It is an open kitchen area.
Of course.
Yeah, you can't quite see around that wall, but you might see the edge of like a staircase. And you see her, that's about as far as she's gotten.
Okay. In that case, because she would have been able to see, she's gonna be backed up to here. Only gonna move a little bit.
I'll say if you're backed up to there, she is going to have probably half cover from that wall. It's just shooting around a corner a bit.
That's okay, because for now, we're gonna do this. Steady aim.
Alright, let's see.
Copyright 2016 Wars of the Coast LLC.
Love it.
Damn it.
As a bonus action, take careful. Hold on.
Yep.
Until...
Ignores cover and
Okay.
does additional 7 damage.
Okay, that hits anyway. That hits regardless. Okay, you do
Jesus Christ.
18 piercing damage as this thuds into her, and as she's running away and she gasps and stumbles forward, but then throws a look over her shoulder that's dark, venomous, promising retribution. She seems hardier than your average spoiled, pampered princess from the castle.
Fair enough. And he kind of just goes, "Never was much for royalty."
And you shoot her again. Alright, that just does 15. Another one sinks in right between her shoulder blades, practically on top of the last shot. She's got 2 arrows sticking out of her back. She is still up and moving, though, and she cries out, "Help! Help me!"
And May's just gonna say, "She's a vampire, watch out." And that'll be it for Morella's turn.
I kinda guessed.
Alright. The knight. Yeah. Bleeding hurt. You can see blood on your Well, actually, it was only one bludgeoning, and then the rest was all radiant. So, but there might be a little bit of blood trickling out from underneath the helmet. Something in that strike hit hard enough to cause the skin to break open, even beneath metal and padding.
He's got a bitch of a nosebleed.
Oh yeah, probably. He is going to.
He's got to do a strength check.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He's not ensnared.
Ah.
I missed the attack.
Yeah. He's going to disengage, and he's just going to use all his movement to get himself directly in that doorway and basically do his best to plug it up and provide her additional cover with his frame. He's holding his greatsword at the ready in 2 hands. However, he is doing nothing else that turn. Charon.
Karen's gonna walk over here, kind of kick over the stool so they can stand. They're humming as they walk.
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Yeah, but it's a very dark. And you see
We're off to kill this hoe.
them look through the mask, dead in the eye. Just, pity what infatuation does to fools.
You'd have to angle differently if you want to hit them both.
Nah, I just want this boy.
Oh, just the one. Okay.
You could hit both, though.
Can I?
Yeah, from over there.
Yeah, if you do it just
If you
right.
take one step to the right.
Yeah, we're gonna do that then. I didn't realize I could hit them both.
Yeah, the line can be diagonal. So, dexterity saving throws on 2. Go ahead and roll me 8d6 for the lightning damage, please. So,
That's a fun number.
yep. Where is he? Dexterity. Oh, he fails. He takes all of that, and you see...
He's all metal.
Yeah, you see lightning run into him. He seizes up his entire body, still, aside from the shuddering as the bolts of electricity just jam into him, making everything in him essentially run haywire. And then he collapses. Meanwhile, she's back here. Dexterity saving throw. She rolled very poorly. And she also takes the full 28. You couldn't really see as much of a reaction from her because by the time the night dropped as the electricity ran out, it was also off of her. But she's got a hand against a table nearby and the other hand over her chest, and she's breathing heavily. Anything else?
Can I use the remainder of my movement just to step forward?
Yes, you can.
Karen will just tap the helmet of the knight.
Yep.
With their staff. Kind of look down. Look
Clang,
up.
clang.
Tilt their head. And just can't be seen from the mask, but smile. And sorry, love. Really didn't have to be this way.
Oh, you're right. It didn't have to be. You could have been so much more. And you hear from deeper inside the clatter and tramp of not just metal clanking together, but another sound you're familiar with. Bones.
Yay! Skeleton and love.
It's about that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
There we go.
6, and just one moment because I had to do a GM overlay. 7.
Are these skeletons all short?
They are all dwarf-sized.
Yes.
Of course. And Karen's just gonna start laughing.
And that
Oh,
is
look
their
at them.
movement.
They're so cute.
and they are going to actually... they are going to dash in order to get out here. This one is actually going to run past you, Charon. Do you have a melee weapon in hand or no?
I have my quarterstaff out because I tapped his head.
That's right, you did. Okay, so you get one attack of opportunity on the first one if you would like to take it, but it is at disadvantage because of the dashing.
Do I just hit it twice then?
Yeah, hit it twice and take the lower number. Yep. I didn't put the armor class in there. Okay, nope, it's, nope. You, as this short little skeleton just suddenly right past you, you whiff right over its head, trying to take a almost baseball bat swing at it, but unfortunately you misjudged a little bit. They're shorter than you thought, and he ducked a little as he went by. Also, they're fast little buggers.
Real quick, what is this guy, the knight? Is he a huge humanoid?
No, medium.
Is he medium?
Yeah, but he is collapsed on the ground, just a heap of armor.
That doesn't matter.
Yep, I can tell.
Romance some necks.
Yes,
I guess that's more of a vampire thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
that's Snow's job.
Actually, one of them only could have gotten that far, so, yep, that was the furthest back. So,
Get away from me.
that is their full turn. Hawkins.
Hawkins is going to let out a hearty laugh and call over to Charon?
Charn.
Charon. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you have blue scales under that mask. Well, you do a blue dragon proud. I think I'll join in your little method of tactics.
All right. Which one are you? What are you aiming at? You're aiming at her. Okay.
Don't hit me.
Yeah. Now, I believe that turns into a lightning bolt along the way.
Yep. And everyone within 100 toy feet.
At your current angle, you would hit that wall.
Oh, okay. I
would
do
only
hear
go
and
that
just
far.
take an opportunity from the guy to the right.
You're still more likely to hit the wall. You got to move over just one more, probably, and
All
then
right.
you'd probably clip Charon. Unfortunately, I'm not sure you have a good angle for it that doesn't cause incidental damage.
I just hit the two big ones that you could.
Well, well, he's now under the assumption that there's blue scales under there, so you can take some lightning damage, right?
No, I cannot.
Okay, the skeleton does a short sword. This is the opportunity. Oh boy, yeah, for a skeleton, that hit hard.
Oh, yep. Okay, so I'll take that, and I'll take that fully, but I should have raged beforehand.
Yeah,
Probably.
that was a bit of a mistake. So your javelin of lightning, that goes through. I do not have the first number is the incidental. It hits the skeleton.
Nope. The first number is if I were to hit Snow with the javelin.
Yes, the first number
The
is
saving-
Snow. Got it.
Yep, and the bottom one is the saving throw of anyone else who's in that line, including Snow.
I see. Oh, does she get hit twice by it?
Yep, and it's anyone takes the 46, but she also takes the extra 46 if she gets hit
Do
by the
I?
javelin proper.
Yes.
Basically, if she
you
gets
do-
hit and fails the dex save, she takes a lightning bolt worth of damage.
Yeah, here's the skeleton's dexterity save. It saves. Does it take none or half?
I believe it takes half.
Okay, so
Half.
that's 11.
Failed
because
save, half as much unsuccessful. Yep.
So 11.
Can I please do the dex on advantage because I'm technically not in the line?
If you're in the line, that's why you're making the save.
You're in the
I
line.
am?
The
Motherfucker!
I'm sorry, but the corner was just there, so you gotta make the save. And meanwhile,
From where I'm measuring,
Snow's
it's
up. The corner of her icon is barely there. You know what?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll allow advantage in this case. Make
Yeah,
the
just-
advantage.
Well, she already made the save, so.
Okay.
yeah. I'm just.
What
Is that not
the-
intersecting for anyone else?
It's. I
Yeah.
rule it as barely there.
Okay.
Basically,
yeah.
the arcs of lightning would be close enough to hit. So don't worry, you made the save. You only take 11 points. Actually, 10 points for allies. 10 points for players, 11 for enemies. It's how I'm doing it. So, Snow takes 11 plus 13, 24.
Karen, like, waves their hand. Hey, you fucker, watch it.
Alright.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going. I forgot.
We're not
Bonus action
finished.
rage.
Yeah, well, bonus action rage.
Uh-huh.
And if he can, he's just going to drop javelin on the ground.
The javelin
And-
isn't in your hand anymore, is it? Does it
Oh no, it
return?
wouldn't be. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be. Never mind.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, he's just gonna pull out his maul
Okay.
and smashy the skeleton in front of him recklessly.
Go for it.
I think it takes an action to use the javelin.
Does it take an attack or an action?
When you hurl it, you speak its command word, and that's all it is. Yeah, it's just when you hurl it, and hurling it is
an
an
attack. I'll allow it to be that because it's an attack. So yeah, you've got the one more,
Yep.
and that hits, and the skeleton scatters into a bunch of bones.
They're weak to bludgeoning, ain't they?
Yes, they are.
I just happened to pick them
It
all
scatter-
because I was like,
It scatters
'Cause I was
into
like,
bones with the faint sound of.
I love
no. Does one of them have gems in the eyes?
it.
know,
No!
Maybe. Hard to
It's
say.
sneezy.
All right, is that
Oh,
your turn now?
Sorry, quick question. Is there not a skeleton right there? Beneath Charon?
Oh, that's right, it is. I'm good, thank you.
Oh, I thought he survived. Okay.
No, I missed that. I gotta roll another dexterity save. Let me do that. He makes it. He takes 11. So he's
Alright,
still
then, yep.
standing, though kind of on strings.
And yeah, he will move forward over to here and take those 2 extra opportunities
Okay, they'll give them to you. Here's
at
one.
advantage.
We killed
And a 2. Oh yes,
Sneezy.
they are at advantage. Call that 1. So 20 to hit, 3 piercing damage. I'll go
Alright.
ahead and click advantage properly for the second.
Down to 1.
That is true. Down to 1. And the second one misses.
Just kind of walking forward, still
Alright.
kind of like having a chuckle to himself.
Okay.
If only the dragon. Yes, now.
I like your style.
Alright. Alright. That being done, is it now Snow's turn? You
I
finished?
believe so.
Okay. And she's going to look down at the javelin spear in her side. She reaches down, wraps her fingers around it, pulls it out with a grunt, and tosses it to the ground behind her. Well, you could do. You seem to have killed my one love. Poor thing. But perhaps you would be willing to help. Poor little me. And she looks directly at Hawkins. And she is going to attempt to charm.
Oh boy.
I think I made it a DC 16 instead of 17, so it's a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Alright, let me double check. I don't have anything against this, I think. Oh, I don't, but also just a small thing. I just.
Storm aura. Okay.
Yep. So,
Mini rage. Nice.
Yep. So, Charon would have an extra 4 temporary hit points
Nice.
Okay.
because I believe I raged after I threw the javelin,
You raged, yeah, afterwards.
and also everyone has cold resistance.
Nice.
Okay. Roll your wisdom save.
Yep. Okay. Do.
Nope.
Nope.
Fuck.
Alright. She does not directly control you, but, she says these things, and for a second you're like, wait, what am I doing? She is clearly so young, vulnerable, innocent. Look at her, standing there in her white dress, stained by her own blood, leaning against the table so faint and frail. You're right, she's right. Why are you doing this? You shouldn't, they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
This is wrong. And she is going to go ahead and she's going to escape up the stairs. And she is out of sight. May.
May is just gonna begin his smashing with
Smash away.
one. Nope, it's being slow.
Okay, yeah, it's
Holy
being a little
Nova.
slow for me too. Okay, that hits right or left first. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay, so right for players. Player view.
Yes.
Looking down on the map. Okay. So that does
Boy.
hit. And actually bludgeoning, I almost forgot, does just a little bit more. Thank you for reminding me. Ensnaring strike, strength saving throw. That's gonna be fun. Oh, should not have been an event. Doesn't matter, it was a 17 first. Okay, so not restrained. And let's see.
Double the bludgeoning?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Succeeds on the save, divines shrivel away, so your ensnaring strike is gone. The concentration has not lasted.
Okay. And his second attack, he's going to first cast Divine Favor on himself.
Okay.
Doesn't roll automatically. Okay. And then make his attack on the skeleton he did not harm previously.
Okay. And
It's dead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dead.
Alright, cool.
This one goes down almost slowly with the sound like kind of a yawn. And then clatters into bones. And the bones oddly
No.
land as if they're curled up in sleep.
Okay. And he'll take that opportunity attack from the one skeleton.
Yep. Yeah,
Do you
that's
have a
one that has not done an opportunity yet, so yes.
They're slowly crawling.
So yeah, there is your opportunity attack. 4 piercing damage.
Nope, misses.
Oh, that's right, plate armor. Alright, anything else?
Nope, that'll be all.
Okay.
Oh, do I make a save because the skeleton attacked?
Are you concentrating on something?
No, the charm for companions.
No. It's not when a skeleton attacks your companions, it's if the vampire or its companions attack you. I'm pretty sure.
Anvil
Let me
to the
double-check that.
target. Yep, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of the other one with the companions have done anything, it's advantage or something.
Yep.
I think
Oh,
that's
I
friend.
should
I think a charm person.
him off the order. Morello.
Okay, Morello's gonna take first and left, then to the middle. Or first, like, left and then right in front of him. Her.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, 10 piercing does it, and 8 piercing on the other. Okay.
Won't those
You-
both be at disadvantage?
Nope, got a special...
Ah.
She's got a special thing. So,
And neither of them have reactions.
yep.
Okay,
So
you're like
just-
listing it up all to have.
It's literally Legolas, yes.
Look at the name. We talked
It's
about
not as obvious now.
No, it's not. Morello... go. More
okay.
Lego. Lego more.
Lego
Legolas.
more.
There was a whole chain of jokes that led to that.
I was just thinking Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, but okay.
No, it's Legolas.
Alrighty.
Alright, so you ducked around. The one does not
Yep, and then-
opportunity, of course.
Gonna be a action surge
Mhm.
to shoot at the one to the bottom left of her.
Go ahead. So bottom left, that is enough to hit, and that is actually enough that this one goes down.
Okay, gonna step on top of it.
Yep.
To the one in the doorway.
Alright, that hits. Not enough to... Oh, no, it's enough to take it out. That one's been hit before.
Yep,
These
and then just
two-
gonna step over that.
One kind of goes down with a huh noise, and the other with a grumble. And then they clatter across the floor. Just disparate loose bones. And old scraps of armor. Alright, you've gone through the door. And we cannot hear you, Conrad.
Oh no. I said before, but I think I lagged out. Ariel, do you just have a list of names that you're crossing off as we kill these guys?
No, I'm praying that I don't forget one and repeat it.
Okay.
This was off the cuff. At least the sound effects on death were. Alright, Morello is telling all the slowpokes to come on, so Charon, you're next.
When you see Karen begin to cackle, they're very happy.
I'll bet. Okay. Are you going to spend your turn cackling, or are you doing something else?
Time 1 minute.
Testing time 1 minute.
Oh.
Huh?
1 minute.
A minute to cast.
It takes a minute to cast. Ah, that sucks.
That would have been
There are higher level ones that are instant, that's why.
I bet. Alright, never mind that then. Instead, Karen's gonna go. Somebody might want to take care of the woodsman, eh?
Who the hell just flew across the screen?
Absolutely nothing, don't worry about it.
Thank you, Ariel. That was very convincing.
Yeah, don't worry.
Karen's gonna walk out. Would they be able to peek up the stairs or no?
Yes, you can, and you see a closed door.
Awesome. Okay. Karen's gonna call over their shoulder. Somebody might want to go deal with the woodsman.
You know what? That's a good point. The woodsman is outside.
Also,
Didn't bother
can
putting
they
on the
use... Can they use their bonus action to dash up the stairs?
If you have an ability for it.
Or just there anything else? Because I just
No.
only want to use my movement. Ah, shame.
Yeah, you can hold an action for something.
You can
But
use your action to dash.
yeah, you can use your action to dash, but
Not your bonus unless
Yeah.
you're like a rogue or something.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Just something that can get me here.
yeah.
They're gonna open the door.
All right, I'll allow it with your bonus action, because doors are weird. So you open the
Okay.
door, and you see Snow, kind of up in the corner. She looks surprised for an instant to see you. And then she looks towards
What?
the window, and she smiles. I believe
You
that's your
brought
turn.
him. No, she can talk. They can talk
Okay.
for a second.
For a second.
What have you summoned there, love?
I'm sure you'll see.
Well, considering you looked out the window, considering the deer, I'm assuming there's gonna be more wild animals.
You can assume all you'd like. Meanwhile, downstairs, the 3 skeletons remaining are going to gang up on the paladin. So that's 3 short sword attacks. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's a hit, miss, miss, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, May. You take 8 piercing damage as one of the little short stacks manages to stick a short sword right in a gap in the plates of armor. It's an awful place to take it, too. Right in the leg. Not gonna bother with concentration. You can't fail. Wonderful. What the hell? How do you already have a +9 save on concentration at this level? How much did you put into... Okay.
Yeah, he's probably got... Okay.
Yeah. That'll help. Okay then. I believe that's everything they're gonna do. Hawkins, right now, you're on her side.
Mhm.
What would you like to do with that?
One goes far as to attack the others.
But, you know, Snow is a trusted friend, must be protected. So,
Yep. If he can, he's going to run over to here. Out of the range of that one skeleton.
Mhm.
And just kind of like get up to the stairs and just kind of like tap Char on the hand. It's like, now we could reconsider this. There's other ways that we can go about it.
You're charmed, my dear.
Does Char know that?
does Tara know that?
Well, oh no,
Or
never
is it
mind.
just a
Alright,
player reading the chat?
no, I'm sorry. Let's rephrase that in the sense of, you started this, my dear.
Yes, and I'm starting to feel like, I mean, her mother is rather terrible from the sounds of it.
Yes, but don't you think somebody like that on the throne might be a bit worse?
Well, I mean, there's lesser things to do, and I'm not saying we simply put up there. Just, perhaps calm down on the. And he kind of like puts a hand on Char's shoulder. Maybe just take a step back and not be so
Don't
violent in
touch
this.
me. Don't touch me. And you see them visibly bristle at the contacts.
Under the mask and cloak.
Like, you see them entirely just full body shake.
Alright. He's got the hand there, trying to, like, make sure that. I think the crowds probably feel it.
Get the hand off.
He's gonna keep it there. In fact, he's only uses action. Could he make a grapple check?
That would be an action to do.
Yeah, he just uses 40 movement.
Yeah, okay. Then if you have an action, go ahead and make a grapple check. Karam, that would be either an acrobatics or athletics to avoid.
Stupid fucking dragon. Athletics or
Or
acrobatics.
Yep. Whether you...
Let the gods be kind.
They
Were
were
the
very
gods-
kind.
Well,
Were
damn.
they kind?
You feel the
Nice.
Dragonborn's great scaly arms trying to wrap around you. It is such unwanted contact. You pretty much hit the ceiling like a cat trying to avoid somebody grabbing at it. You just right up into the air, land. You practically hiss.
Don't touch me. And you see their eyes go completely black. They are angry.
Okay. The 7-foot-tall dragonborn stands stalwart. And that's his turn.
Okay. Snow says to Hawkins, "You see, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to hurt me. Please, you must stop them. Stand firm for me." And she turns into mist and just blows out the window. She is now outside the house. To note, it was dusk when you guys started. It is actually dark outside.
Great.
There's enough light inside for you guys to be seeing, but she's not going to be harmed by sunlight right now. And at that point, you start to hear, say, rustling noises from outside. As I add a few things, oh boy, to the initiative. With that initiative, I'm just going to say they show up now. Because, top of the round anyway. Yeah, them on the other hand, not so much. So,
Fucking knew it was gonna be birds.
yep. Bursting in through this window. This one.
It's a big bird.
That one. It's actually a swarm of small birds.
Boy.
I just, had to get creative with the art. I found. Such as it is. Yep.
Question, what about the woodsman?
The woodsman is, for the purpose of this, not going to be taking part in this fight, probably, because I did not plan for him to.
Fair enough.
I planned for him to die.
Whoops.
Yep, oh well. This swarm is actually going to fly over and get into May's space, but I'm going to kind of overlap it so you can still see and get to your token fine. And they are going to start pecking. Not very well, though, as they're clanging against armor, and they're finding that the shiny, in this case, is a lot harder than usual. This other swarm is going to get into Morello's space and attempt the same. With far more success, I assume. Is your armor class 17 or better?
Exactly 17.
Alright, 11 piercing damage. And the final one rounds the corner and starts pecking and tearing at the oddly similar in appearance, given the bird-beaked mask, necromancer. And not doing so well. They're finding the mask, they're not finding flesh underneath it. That is their turn. Snow is out the window. May! You've got 3 skeletons, tiny, short little skeletons, battering at your legs. You've got a flock of birds flying around your head. None of them are doing very much, but they are annoying as hell. What would you like to do?
He's just gonna go yeah, so he's gonna swing first at the skeleton
Skeleton where?
to the left.
To the left. That's enough. Yeah, that hits, and right across the
sorry.
floor.
Shouldn't be at advantage, but I assume a 17 still hits.
Yeah, 17 still hits.
Okay, 1 to the north. Come on, go.
Yep, the next one goes down. Clatter. Bones across the floor again.
And then he's going to Misty Step out the door.
And you are outside, and technically the woodsman is out there. Somehow oblivious. Maybe the woodsman wandered off. Screw it, at this point the woodsman's gone. I'm just not dealing
Fair
with
enough. Does he see the mist?
Make a perception check.
He has advantage on these because of the sentinel shield.
Yep. However, disadvantage in dim light. So it evens out. Do you have... No, he's not an Aasimar, he's an Earth Genasi. I don't think you have dark vision.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark out. And honestly, you don't know that she turned into mist.
Yeah, he was just trying to get out of there.
Okay, you're looking around.
Divine Sense!
I've already used it.
You can use multiple a day.
That's...
Is it at certain levels?
Hold on, am I misreading Divine Sense?
What level paladin are you?
No, it's clerics who use multiple times per day. Yeah, Divine Sense is only once per day for paladins. Clerics can do it multiple times.
Okay. Anything else then?
I know, that's everything he's got, so.
Okay, Morello. Birds. Birds, 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 all over your face, in your hair, pulling your hair.
Oh shit, I'm Morello.
Yeah.
Forgot about that, sorry.
So you are. You've got 2 turns in a row. Go for it. What would Morello like to do? These birds
What
are,
she always does.
Yep, in her space. Thank goodness for up close shooting, because even that's wonky on this in this case. All right. That does hit. 8 piercing damage. Takes down a few feathery fiends. You can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was originally, but yeah. So my sheet doesn't show that. and it's the thing automatically put in there, so it is wrong. Okay. I sworn that's what it was.
Well,
Well,
you
if-
used your action and your bonus action that turn anyway.
No, I know. It's just I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
He still has no reason to think anything's happening out there. So.
Yeah, but unless you have a charisma of -1, you can do it multiple times.
Yeah, no, just the automatically put in there for roll 20 doesn't show it multiple times.
Anyway, Morello, is there anything else? I think you've got a second attack.
Yep. Well, she's first gonna get out of that space and basically run over here to try to find the vampire.
Okay, so you're taking the opportunity attack.
No reactions, because
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yep.
Yep.
Alright, you get over there, you look up the stairs, there's, it's getting a little crowded, honestly. Hawkins is there, trying to grab onto, Charon for some reason. Charon has birds all over the mask and face and hood and cloak, trying to pull and tug at things. There's an open door at the top of the stairs. You can see hints of a storeroom beyond. Honestly, it's kind of chaos up there. You're not seeing any hint of white dress, but you aren't able to see the entire room from your vantage point right now. For all you know, she could be in, like, this corner, way back here.
Yep,
One
he's
more
shooting
on
at the birds.
The same birds?
The ones attacking the wizard.
Okay. That's hits, and another 8. Piercing damage. Your arrow through, like, 2 or 3 feathery breasts at the same time, pinning them to the opposite wall.
Shish kebab.
Actually, to the door, in this case. But the flock is still kind of at strength. Still going.
Then she's gonna just take a quick deep breath to focus.
Okay. Charon. What would you like to do?
Charon's literally, the first thing is she's gonna look at Morello and just, something's wrong with him.
I know!
Do you?
She was right there for that entire conversation.
Oh, true. But did you know that charm was specifically used?
She knows that the dude who started the attack is doing something. She said nothing about Charn.
Fair. Okay.
I don't know why he suddenly switched sides, but he has. And he's trying to touch me. And Charon's going to down the potion of climbing that they have.
Yes.
And going to sprint. Is there a window in here?
Yeah, there's the window that Snow actually went through in mist form. You see these little bars in the stonework?
Yeah.
That is pretty much the window. You can.
Is it glass or is it bars?
No, it's open. It's like shutters that are wide open.
Oh, awesome!
It's
Charon's
not
gonna.
Yeah, it's not a super easy fit, but you can wiggle your way through.
Charon's gonna fucking scuttle out the window and onto the roof.
Okay, then.
Because Charon doesn't like to be touched.
Yeah. The necromancer is on the roof, looking like a bird.
Can Hawkins get an attack of opportunity?
I'm on the ceiling already.
You left his range, though. What would you like
Could
to
I
make
say-
your attack?
Disengage.
Take an action.
Would you have thought
Bonus
to
action, take the
disengage?
potion.
What was it?
She was trying not to be touched. And she would have had to get out of the way of the birds anyways.
The birds are not able to take reactions because of the shot that they were hit by, the longbow.
Sure.
Which is screwy for a swarm, but you know what? Whatever. They're focused on reconvening.
What if I disengage as a bonus action, use the potion as my action, and then
Other way around.
Do the
Other
opposite.
Other way.
other way around, and then scuttled up onto the thing with my movement?
Yeah, you could disengage as your action. I don't think you used it otherwise.
I did not.
So, okay.
Alright, ceiling it is. I'm just gonna put them here.
Yeah, just go ahead and put them back on the map where you'd say they were on the roof. I'll put a colored token or something on your icon.
Alright, so about here.
Alright, let's see. We don't have one that looks like a roof. Oh, here's one that looks like a tower. You're on top of a building, that works.
Awesome.
She's invisible.
Huh?
Sorry, stupid joke from...
Fuck off, I know what that means too.
Sorry, I'm referencing the home game.
Okay. Alright, and I'm guessing that's everything for you. movement, action, bonus action. Yes?
Yeah, that's everything.
Alright. Skeleton. It's gonna... the last one left. He's got a pair of spectacles still clinging to his bony skull. Gonna go out after Maze. Fixated as ever upon the living.
You're a real obstinate fucker, aren't you?
And misses! Clang across the armor. It probably doesn't even hit the armor, to be honest. It whiffed in air. Sad, sad thing. Hawkins, what would you like to do?
Hawkins gonna look over to the fighter ranger.
Fighter.
Yeah, and just kind of like raise up the mullins, like, do you intend to go after her?
Go after which?
The young girl.
At the moment, I'm shooting birds.
Do you intend to go after her?
Jump out the window? Not at the moment.
Do you intend to go after her and
Do you intend?
fight her?
Do you intend to ask the same question 6 times? I don't plan to at the moment.
Yes. Reckless, because fuck you, Conrad.
Fair enough.
I have created Devin versus Conrad. I've made it. Yes. I feel accomplished for this alone. Okay, let's do this.
It's not hard to do, to be fair.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, and that does hit. Damn, that's exactly how much I just healed.
Wait. Okay.
You took a
damn
deep
it.
breath, a second wind, and you get it knocked right back out of you.
Extra rage damage.
Okay, so fine. It's more than that.
And second one.
Ooh,
Ow.
extra
For
rage
19.
damage.
Oh well, okay.
Let me double check, because I think bonus action, I'll put my storm horror up again. Each creature of your choice, including myself, I believe, so I get an extra 4 temporary hit points. Neat. And yep. Nope. Hello.
Hello? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be his turn.
Okay, sorry. Maze, you hear rustling in the grass coming towards you.
Just kind of looks over to it.
There is 1 swarm, 2 swarms, and 1 coming in the back door, but you're not aware of that one. Of just this variety of small forest creatures. There's squirrels, there's rabbits, there's mice, just bobbling over each other, hopping, skipping, jumping, dashing in this roiling mass of mostly brown fur, heading straight towards you with bloodlust in their eyes.
Squirrels, chipmunks, maybe a beaver in there?
Yeah, possibly. Can you imagine what a beaver would do to his legs? Anyway. One gets right up to you, the other technically in your space. And they're gonna start chomping. Here's a 1 and a 2, and they also run into the trouble that the birds did before of, that's a lot of metal. This one's gonna get in here, it's gonna go look around, and it's gonna kind of start heading this way. The birds. Alright. Yeah, guys, she rolled well on how many things she summoned. 1 is gonna get on top of Morello. Another one is gonna kinda come out here, Mace. The third is going to follow the one that went out the window. And I'm gonna do a perception check. You're not stealthed. I'm just gonna see how well or poorly they might do. So let's see, that's a wisdom check. Yeah, okay, they're kind of fluttering around below the level of the roof. You're not quite they don't quite know where you went. They might figure it out
thank
next time,
fuck.
but not this time. Alright, as
There's
for
like 20 beats of wings flapping just below you, and you're just like.
Yep, it's
This
almost
is literally the horror movie Birds.
it's almost a buzz of wings.
I don't like that.
All right, the one hitting Morello, Beaks, misses. The Beaks coming after Maze from above, miss. The birds are not having a good day.
Good.
You guys don't seem to see her, so
On the roof?
no, she's not on the roof. Although I'd have you do a perception check as like a either a quick look around or an easier one as an action, but on your turn. So May?
May's getting really tired of all these motherfucking birds in his motherfucking house. He was trying to protect everyone, and everyone ran the fuck away from him.
Motherfucking snakes on the motherfucking plane.
You are being attacked by a Disney movie right now, okay?
Yep, and a skeleton.
Yep, and a skeleton, which is
He's just gonna start with a skeleton. It's like,
okay. The skeleton is
not?
a different Disney movie.
Yeah, 3 Disney movies and a dark retelling of a Disney movie.
No, but there are skeletons in a Disney movie. Black Cauldron.
I guess so, yeah,
Full of
and
skeletons. So yeah.
Coco.
Anyway, crash, and the little glasses ching, ching, fall off the face as it crumbles away into just skeleton. Goodbye, dog. Hi-ho. Indeed, that is this last skeleton's dying breath. Sounds suspiciously like the refrain to a very traditional dwarvish song.
And May is just gonna look at all the stuff around him. Oh wait, no, he already used an attack. He can't. Okay. He's gonna kind of just look at all the things, be like, children of the forest, I have no wish to harm you.
Yep.
Really
There are currently squirrels trying to claw their way into your pants. I'm sorry.
Yep, and he just kind of sighs and swats the birds.
Yep.
Children of the forest, I have no intention to hear you, and this little chipmunk is like, kick his ass!
Yep.
Plus an additional 2 radiant.
Okay. Which one are you aiming at specifically?
The birds.
The birds. Okay.
The birds and the
Yeah,
beavers.
That hits. Excellent work. Yes, the birds and the beavers.
Fucking
I
sake.
approve. I approve.
And he's just gonna continue trying to get the fuck away from these things.
Okay, you take
Get
3
it off of me!
attacks
Get it off
opportunity.
of me!
1. Miss. They're trying, bless them.
Bless them. They can fuck
She's like,
off.
go the fuck away! God damn it!
Okay, I'll give you I'll reveal the side of the map too,
Thank you.
because you ran into the dark. You're running up across lake. There's kind of this overhang. There's outside storage. Not actually hay bales, as it kind of looks like. It's more like outdoor mining equipment that's kind of been stacked in this lean-to, almost shed. It's rusted.
Okay.
It looks like it hasn't been used in a long time.
Alright. Can you see through that window there, or is that on the second floor?
That window is actually on the first floor, but it's not really open. Like, there's a crack if you wanted to stop and peer in as, like, an action, maybe, but...
I mean, heal bonus action, just, like, push it open, basically. Just, like, open the slats.
They open outwards. It's when, you stand inside and you push out.
Can you pull it?
So,
It's a window,
yeah, it's just, you're stopping and you're, running away. Well, you'd have to stop anyway. So, okay, you see a shuttered window, you stop, you pry it open, you give a quick glance inside, and you see a bedroom.
Oh, sorry, I cut out there. You what?
You see a bedroom. Basically. Here, let me grab my revealer again.
What the fuck does it open up to?
Basically, it's the remaining room of the house. It's on the first floor.
Oh, I was trying to figure out where the door was. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I mentioned the door earlier, but it was probably glossed over.
Yeah, no, it looked like piece of stone. That's all.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Hold
I'd
on,
say anything...
Okay.
I'd say any more in-depth perception would have to take your turn next time, and I doubt you're going to want to do that, so...
You know, he's just kind of curious, looking for a potential way to get away from all the fucking birds and shit.
In your full plate armor, at your stature, no.
Yep, he's hoping. Alright.
Yeah, windows are not going to do you much good. You'll end up doing the Pooh Bear, and you'll have birds and bunnies bite your butt.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Alright, Morello's gonna kind of like shoot the Dragonborn in the foot and go, can you just like leave me alone? And I'm gonna re-roll that damage dice and hope to
Feel free. Okay.
got higher.
7 plus 7, so 14 piercing damage. I'm pretty sure
7.
that hits.
Yep, down to 7.
He is raging, and this maintains the rage because he took damage.
Yeah. Well, you attacked
He's
my last
also
turn anyways.
attacking. Yes, you attacked last turn too. Okay.
And he's gonna kind of go like, alright, I'll chill with the kid, okay? Can you get rid of these birds, please? And she's gonna shoot the birds as well.
Go for him.
Not at advantage, sorry.
Double check.
Ah.
It's still the same number. You're good. Yep.
And he's gonna go like, yeah, okay, I'll leave the kid alone. Just fucking get rid of these birds, please.
You have at this point severely diminished the flock.
Can we maybe have Morello do a like persuasion check real quick here?
I mean, you know, Morello said that she'd chill with the kid and just get rid of the birds. So, you know.
Yeah, and she walked the other direction from the kid.
Yeah, it's up to you. This might be reasonable. She's clearly walking away from all that.
And she also shot you in the foot, not in the face, like you know she could have.
Yeah, if you have doubt as a player, just go ahead and roll, say, a wisdom check, and let's call it above and below 10. Above 10, this seems reasonable. Below 10, you are very, very doubtful. You are very, very doubtful. This might
Why
be
does
a
everyone want to
ruse.
kill my characters so bad?
What if this is a trick?
And I mean, the birds are the princesses, right? Why would they be going after him if he wasn't still, having ill intent? Right? He hasn't been.
Same
Dragonborn
reason to
hasn't
eat
been
your
attacked.
pick.
Exactly. Hey, the dice
And-
rolled this one.
And yeah, just bonus action down the Superior Healing Potion.
Alright. Thank goodness you guys had those, huh? Charon, you're on the roof. You hear birds. Below your sight line.
Sharon's not having this today.
Yeah.
Sharon has been touched. Sharon is not pleased. Sharon is mad. But they're going to attempt to stealth. They fail. They're just trying so desperately to get quietly to like here-ish, I guess.
Yeah, you do have like half movement while stealthing, so if you you get about 15 feet there.
No, they're gonna drop the stealth because the stealth was kind of shit.
Yeah, you kind of try to stealth crawl along the roof and you realize your robes are rustling. You're kind of kneeling on them and then jerking as you trip yourself up. And it's just like, screw this. You get up on the roof, you hike up the robes, and you just tap, 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 across it.
So instead, they're gonna lean over the edge, see May, and be like, "Did you find her?
What do you mean did I find her?
She went out the window."
Fucking no one told me this.
Well, I don't know. Like, she literally went out the window, and then all of a fucking sudden, we have the dragon man. Something's up with him because now he switched sides,
Also, she turned into a cloud of mist.
and she yeeted out the window in a cloud of mist.
Fair enough. By the way, just checking something with the charm effect.
Mhm.
Is it the vampire or the one who gets charmed who can do the bonus action to ignore the effect?
I'm sorry, what?
At the end of that charm effect for the vampire, 'cause I'm just reading it over again, it says,
Sure.
or it takes a bonus action to end the effect.
Yeah, no, it's the vampire ends the effect.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that would be horribly broken.
It's the subject of the sentence. Until the vampire is destroyed.
Yeah,
The
I
vampire
just
only
wanted to
gets,
make
or
sure.
The vampire takes a bonus action. So yeah.
No, I know I'm raging. It was just to make sure.
That is the most hopeful thinking I've ever heard. But
Yeah.
It's
we move
not
on.
you know.
Alright, so can we do a perception check just to see if I can see anything?
Okay. I'd say you've already tried to use your action to, so it'll be harder, and then never mind, you rolled really well. Yeah, your perception, and, you see 2 swarms of bunnies and squirrels, you see a swarm of birds, different ones from the ones you were running away from, but still birds. Yeah, you see May, you see the shed, you don't see any mist.
Fucking shit.
No mist, and for the record, no white dress hoofing it through the trees either, because you scanned that too, just in case.
You look like you went through a shredder of baby animals.
The animals are trying to eat me. I don't know what I did.
It's
Technically,
the girl.
The animals have not yet landed a scratch on him.
It's not his
They've
blood.
tried. Yep. That's true. I'm gonna assume that's your turn. Hawkins next.
Yeah.
Hawkins, what would you like to do?
I would like to also note, do you not equally as much trust the fucking... whatever. I'd argue you consider the people you've traveled with for a while and this vampire on equal level of friends, but you know.
Devin, are you there?
Oh, yep, sorry.
I'm switching up the music a little bit. It's been a while.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to Devin?
Talking to the fucking dragon.
Yep.
Ah, okay. I was like,
You're not around the dragon right now. Speaking of the dragon, what's the Dragonborn want to do? Shifty elf over there, getting ready to kick some bunnies.
Yeah, as you hear the maul.
There are no bunnies in sight, good sir.
There are
Directly
bunnies
above
right
you.
in front of you. Bunnies,
Where?
squirrels, chipmunks, beavers, weasels, ferrets.
No, I'm talking about May. Oh, sorry, Morello.
Yeah, Morello is right in front of bunnies.
What do you call this token right here?
I can't see that token. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know the token was there, I can't see it.
Okay. You are right in front of a swarm of woodland creatures.
Okay, in that case, she'd be here.
Okay, fair. You went away from the swarm of woodland creatures.
Regardless, you kind of hear the maul like dragging down the stairs, just like thunk, thunk, thunk. And just like full on like slasher movie, like turn the corner.
you are literally Jason.
Morello's just like, what the fuck, dude? Can you at least like talk to the birds and get them to piss off?
He looks back at the birds. They're birds. I'm not falling for your tricks anymore.
I have literally never lied to you.
Then why would you start now? And he starts swinging.
We love a dumbass dragon.
Okay, at least only one of them hits.
Okay.
1 and a 2, jeez.
Yeah, Morello? You're taking
What is it
hit.
with you fuckers trying to kill my characters? I swear to fucking...
You have 2 of them. You fell for it.
I have 2 of them because John didn't show up.
Exactly, so you can.
So you can afford it.
Such a prick. You just want to kill my characters, just admit it.
I mean, this is a very nice avenue to get that, like, objective. I never actively go out, but when it's like, hey, here's a good reason to shoot Conrad's character, I'm like, well, yeah.
For the fuck of Christ.
To be fair, I would be smacking around the necromancer if they didn't go out the window.
I feel like you wouldn't have bumped up to a wisdom check if they said they wouldn't fucking attack the thing! Anyways.
Hawkins, anything else on your turn?
Mm-hmm. Bonus action to keep up the temporary 4 hit points on himself.
Okay.
Actually, no, those would have gone down from the last time. So, let me double check how that works. Active stay again on each returns. When this fact is activated, each creature returns against 2 temporary hit points in suffering. So yeah, he just gets an extra 4 every turn. He uses his bonus action to. Neat.
Okay.
By the way, sorry, I just don't recall. Did the necromancer say that something's up with Morello? Not Morello, the
Hawkins?
Harkness, whatever.
Hawkins?
Hawkins.
Hawkins is currently smacking you with a maul.
I'm talking about May, not Morella.
May.
Yeah, I said something was wrong with him.
Okay. Fuck, he has to go check that out now. God damn it.
Alright, is that everything? Because it's the bunnies next.
Fucking... By the way, I love the token you picked is literally just a bunny and a rabbit. Bunny and a squirrel.
Yep. One of them tries to go for Morello. White.
Oh, right.
Nope, misses. You're dancing. You're dancing in place, and their little teeth are not gnawing.
Leave me
anything
alone,
but
you
air.
fluffy fucks!
Speaking of which, one in your space, and one right next to you.
Just punt them.
They're still trying to get through that armor to no avail!
Just punt them.
Fluff faces.
But you are the only target on the ground in sight. However, target on the roof acquired.
Just like little lasers coming from their eyes.
That was horrendous, Ariel.
Good lord. There's
Oh, okay, that probably hits.
there's a loud shriek of despair from Jaren.
And meanwhile, the birds on the inside of the house, never a good thing, also go for Morello. 13 to hit. I doubt it.
No.
Nope. Okay. May, you are up next.
May is so done with this. As a note.
Well, what else are you gonna
Would
use your
it cost
actions
anything
on?
to, like, basically break the window as he basically tries to jump through it? Can he just do that?
It is stone. Alright, the problem is not the shutters. The problem is solid stone construction
God damn
on
it, okay.
every side. If you want to try.
No, he's just gonna dash.
Okay. Opportunity attacks at disadvantage. So of course they're not gonna hit.
As he
But
walls
just in
off
case,
the
yeah,
rabid
no.
Wolverine in his underwear.
Hey,
So-
ferret in the pants is no joke.
May just, like, steps in the doorway and goes, Hawkins! What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I believe that's your action, that's your movement.
As a bonus action, he's just like, dude, what the hell?
He looks up and he's like, "The son of a bitch is trying to kill a young girl."
So did you!
And he kind of pauses for a sec, and shakes his head, and you're tricking me.
No, first of all, notice I haven't attacked her. I said I wouldn't attack her. I haven't, because it was promised that I wouldn't. So I've left her alone. So don't you come at me with that bullshit. You, on the other hand, already started this fight. So, either smarten the fuck up, or explain what the hell's going on.
Kind of like turns it, and it's like, even if you didn't, this one did. And he kind of like, as he finishes the second swing, that kind of goes over the head of Morello.
Yep, and he goes, then okay, if he attacks the girl, we'll both attack her. Fair? But until then, leave her alone. You started this fight, you can't blame us for trying to help you.
And he kind of shakes his head. Mm.
Morello, you're up. You just got hit by a mace, and you ducked a mace, and you've got bunnies on one side and birds on the other.
Yeah, Morello's just gonna, like, disengage and, like, get behind Maze.
Sounds good. Alright, will
That's
that be
all.
all? Okay.
Yeah.
Charon! Nightmare! Birds! And if you try to jump... Oh, there's weasels down there. They got sharp little teeth.
Fucking weasels.
And a beaver!
Can, Sean's gonna use there and basically just. I don't want to whack him with the quarterstaff, but I can't.
I'll just...
I'm just angry and
I'm
sad.
whacking the birds.
That was the attempt, but I want to hit more of them than just one, because all I have is my quarterstaff.
Do you have spells that can do area of effect?
That's what I'm looking at.
Because if so, if you could blast the bunnies too, that'd be appreciated.
the bunnies are on the ground. It'd be a little tricky.
If it's a big enough radius, though.
Maybe.
if
It's a big enough sphere.
Chana's able to, like, yeet back.
Okay. If you go back, you are going to take a couple opportunity attacks. Those birds have not used theirs.
You could dash to give them disadvantage if you want, Sky.
Dash is an action. She wouldn't be able to cast the spell.
Oh, she still wants to cast a spell.
It's okay. If I do a 15,
That bird inside doesn't count because it's...
I know, cone.
Yep, you can hit both flocks.
Alright, fuck it.
You take the 2 opportunities first. So 1,
Okay.
2. Miss and hit.
Yeah, missing a hit, so 7 damage.
Yep. And go ahead and roll that 3d6 while I do a couple of dexterity saves.
Give me a second, I gotta do...
Ooh, they both
I'm not
failed.
good at this. Give me a minute.
Okay.
34, we good. Alright. How many do I roll again?
3d6.
3d6.
Thank you.
Both swarms take.
Or is it more because I'm at a higher level?
Did you?
No, that's
cast
only
it?
cantrips.
Ah, I see what you mean. Interesting.
Yeah, to get more on that, you'd have to cast it using a higher slot. So 13 damage on each. You see, the lower flock, there's still some left, but not very many as they shriek and screech. Actually, both flocks are kind of in the same boat, shrieking, screeching. Kind of literally going down in flames. There are enough left to count as a swarm, but it is a much smaller swarm.
Thank fuck.
I should probably go ahead and mark the... I'm going to mark with little red dots. These are the swarms that have gone down to half. I have not been paying attention to that, and I should have been. Alright. Now, the bunnies and squirrels are untouched. Nobody has kicked a bunny yet.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my!
Alright. Anything else, Charon? I think you've still got a little movement left if you want to gain some distance.
Just gonna...
Yeah.
Fucking yeet over there.
Now, you guys inside, you hear further.
And
Across
you
the
also
rooftop.
hear loud screams and scared laughing.
You heard a whoosh of fire and squawks. There's interesting
Charon's-
noises outside.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god, that was awful. Thank you.
That scared the shit out of me.
Hawkins, what would you like to do?
Hawkins gonna move up to here and like look over to May and just out of my way,
What do you mean out of your way? Where are you going?
checking to make sure she's okay. He's gonna go past, move his full movement up to here, and then start to dash out the door.
Alright, you get out the door, and you kind of see some more, couple more swarming piles of rodent-y bodies. At that angle, you might actually see, Charon screaming, running across the roof. You smell singed feathers and burning meat and birds. See a couple flocks remaining up there. It's difficult, given the darkness, but your dark vision pierces enough. You don't
Yeah,
currently
what's up?
see any silver mist or any girl.
Yep. And no, just-
Dragonborns don't get dark vision, by the way.
I thought they did. I thought it was literally just humans and halflings of the core races that did not.
Nope, Dragonborns don't either.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
I'll double check, but I think he's right.
Yeah, no, they don't. I helped like 3 players make one like last week.
Interesting. Okay. Alright, the swarms.
I was gonna say, just as a quick bonus action, he might just like yell out, it was Princess Snow, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, he'll just go, Princess, are you okay?
No response. Don't know what that means.
Yep, and that'll be his turn.
Swarms. Couple are making their way. Yep, 30 feet movement on those. This one still trying to get up the iron underpants without success. Someday, one of these weasels.
Hold on, is that on? Oh, right, because the one I can't see. Right.
Yeah. One of these weasels someday is gonna get up there, and I will cry laughing because I want that to happen.
Yes, and it's
There
gonna
it
nip
is.
at his. It's gonna nip at his ghostly nuts.
There it is.
Thank you. Birds? Eh. How smart are they? Not smart. Not smart at all. They're going for the nearest target, even if it's metal and it's not worked before. They get a lot closer, actually, than usual, but they still...
Still no.
You throw up an arm, and they... right off
They just
your
like bounce
bracer.
against the shield.
Yep.
There's a light pinch on the neck, and you're like, nope, and you like just like curl up like a turtle.
Yep. These two birds, yeah, they're gonna fly down, kind of start getting in the door. They're not gonna get to you guys. They're kind of taking their time. They're not in a huge rush for dashing. Alright, May.
Hold on,
You're
let me check
up.
how the spell works. Yep. So May is going to point like right there, and just summon a moonbeam.
Okay. What size is your...
It's 5-foot radius, so it hits the 3 of those.
Okay, right in between them. So let's see, that is that a save? Creature, or starts its turn there. It takes the radiant damage. Okay, so that'll
Is this
be...
okay? So how does first time it enters work? Because I could have sworn
When you cast a
counts
spell.
as...
First,
Yeah, okay.
First time it enters counts as casting the spell?
Well,
believe so.
it's you're putting it there, and therefore they enter it because you've placed it on top of them.
Oh. Okay, I thought it was just flat out when they walk into it. Alright.
Well, they kind of they don't walk into it, but they overlap with that space when you make that space over them.
Constitution saving throw. Okay, that'll be interesting. Let's see how these guys... Yeah.
Yep.
What's your save
And-
DC?
15.
Number 1. Number 2. Oh, one of the birds makes it, but still half damage, right?
Yeah.
It's specified because when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Okay.
May is
You
also
know
going
what?
to yell out to Hawkins that Hawkins, careful, the door's dangerous right now. Don't enter yet.
Bunnies. The bunnies take 18 radiant damage. The birds, already singed as the survivors of the swarm that was burning hands, erupt in the ghostly flames of your moonbeam and down onto the ground. The bunnies,
And he's just going to whisper, "I'm sorry,
Right.
children of the forest."
they all shriek and scream, and the survivors of that one are rolling around on the ground. They're at half strength.
May looks like he's about to cry.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
that will be what he does for this turn.
Alright, Morello, you are up.
Morello's gonna just cover the behind, take a shot at the bunnies.
Alright, the bunnies that were injured?
Yeah.
Okay, take your shot. That hits, and it finishes them off. You manage to line up the last mouse, the last ferret, the lone beaver, and the one bunny rabbit. And you shoot an arrow that right through them all.
And then he's gonna aim at the rest of the rabbits.
Are you
Front.
aiming for the ones farther out there, or are you aiming for the ones that are kind of on top of May?
The ones that are outside.
Okay. Go for them.
Oh, wrong one, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, that hits. 9 piercing damage. You skewer a few more poor little woodland creatures. Whatever, they're enchanted.
And then just gonna... they're technically inside of, actually, that spaces, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Never mind. I'm gonna stay where she is then.
Okay. Charon.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, Charon, you're on the roof. But the birds. The birds are gone.
Awesome.
They had enough of your toasty fingers and took off.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm drifting a bit.
Yeah,
Um,
I understand.
what am I doing?
There
They're
are
going
some
to.
more. There are some more woodland creatures in a swarm on the ground.
They're gonna kind of lean over the edge, I guess. See Hawkins and just fuck. And down at the bunnies, just gonna.
Okay. 1d8, 2d8 cold damage because cantrip. So ranged spell attack first. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, ranged spell attack. You probably hit, but yeah, with your spell bonuses, you do hit. All right. Another 7 points of damage. You see several small furry bodies encased in ice go still. It's half strength. Anything else? A shouting match with Hawkins, because it's his turn next.
Yeah. Hawkins just. What are you doing?
She kind of looks up. I could ask you the same thing.
Well, right now I'm sitting on a roof. What are you doing?
He just kind of ignores her.
Hey, don't ignore me, fucker.
Is it his turn?
Yes, it is.
Can he basically like run off into the direction he saw her go?
He didn't see anybody go anywhere.
I thought he was on the stairs when she went out the window.
Oh, right. He was, yeah. You know she went out that window. You don't know if she took any other direction. So sure, you can run down the side of the house.
Okay. Yep. And he's gonna do his 40 down to there, and again just kind of like yelling out, like asking, where is she? Is she okay?
Yep. You call out. You don't hear an answer.
Could he do a perception check to like look for her?
Sure.
Or would it be to a disadvantage because it's dark?
Yeah, it would be at severe disadvantage. Yeah, go for disadvantage perception check.
It's just if it's dark enough that he can't.
Yeah.
If he can't see well, he might just like start running downwards.
How far are you gonna
go? 40 feet from there, so 30 feet off the map.
30 feet off the map, okay. You're running out into the woods.
Yep. Again, just like, he's basically gonna do like if this goes afterwards, like once they're done combat, he's gonna be basically taking like a 50-foot radius around the house looking for her.
Yep. Okay. Bunnies. One moves at full speed and starts trying to chomp on Morello. Because of course. Don't think that hits. The other one. Still trying to get through this armor. Nope! Bird, still trying to get through the armor. Nope! Aren't you happy they're wasting their actions on the shiniest target?
I mean, yeah, that's what May is for. He's built to be a damage sponge. May is just gonna look at them it's like he's got such pain in his eyes. He's like, children, I don't want this. And he's gonna hold his action to move his moonbeam until Morello exits where they are.
Okay.
And Morello's obviously gonna disengage, get the fuck out of there, because May's gonna go, hey, fucking move for a second. And he's gonna bring the moonbeam over to himself. And everything within there takes the attack.
Okay. Alright, yeah, as that's happening... It's Constitution save, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, May is fine and takes quarter damage because of this.
So they're all doing their con save. Okay. Bunny 1. What's your...
DC 15.
DC 15, okay. Bunny 2. Nope. Nope. So 13 on each. That one is gone. Bunny screaming. Squirrels. And this one. Right there down to half. And then the birds. Oh, that one makes it. So half damage. Oh, nope. Still dies. You've got a few bedraggled weasels. Yes?
Just real quick request. Can you tone down the screeching?
Yes.
I have a headache today. I'm sorry.
done. I will stop.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Just
May?
normally they're great, but my head is not liking it.
Fair. May? Morello? Conrad? Really?
Yep. May and Morello are done.
Yes. No. I just want to say one thing. As you did that, you both have passive perception of more than 10, yes?
Morello does.
More than 8?
Yes, May does.
You see a patch of mist close to the floor. Drifting in.
Can
It
you
is...
sing it?
Yep. Right about there.
Technically the moonbeam would have dragged across that space.
Yep. So it would've. So let's see. Let's see. Does anything weird happen? I need to double check things.
She's
Cover.
currently she's transmuted right now into the mist, so it should.
Yes. I'm just making sure that, advantage on Constitution saving throws. Okay.
I don't mean to ask,
I
but
accidentally misrolled.
are we gonna go on for much longer?
I'm hoping not, because she just got, blasted by Moonbeam, and I'm hoping you guys are gonna end this soon. She's currently in mist form. However, she's there.
Yep, she's resistant to everything except radiant.
Non-magical. She's immune to non-magical resistant, yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, so it's...
13.
Did she make the con save, or?
No, she did not. I rolled an 11. I accidentally rolled to GM because I had that on for her stealth.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, as you drag the moonbeam across, that's when you notice the mist, because the mist suddenly bursts into fire as she accidentally slipped forward into just the wrong place. And she'd been holding her action to turn back into herself, after you guys went anyway, so yeah. You see her shift back into her humanoid form, really. Oh, I forgot that. Oh well. It's okay, I'm just gonna go with it. So, she is back to her normal form, and she's looking a little bedraggled. However, that was you guys' turn, I believe.
Yep.
So, Hawkins!
You probably
Yeah.
would have started
Wait,
going
Didn't you?
did I not have a turn?
Oh yeah, you skipped Sky.
Did I? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did. I skipped. I'm sorry. Go.
Turn's gonna scuttle inside.
Yeah, you scuttle inside just in time to see, whoosh, from mist into beautiful girl, but bloodstained.
So,
Sky, do also keep in mind it's not spider climb. It's just you're better at climbing normally.
alright, so climb down the wall and walk inside, then.
Just because you mentioned the whole ceiling thing earlier.
Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, no. Okay, then just walk inside then. And look at said girl. Oh.
Hello there.
Hi.
You're doing that. You're doing that, are you?
That was a hello transitioning directly into a shotgun blast. Well done.
Of course.
Dexterity saving throw. At normal.
Also, if you can get close to May.
Go ahead and give me the 8d6. But what's your spell save DC?
15.
Yeah, this could be worth it. Yeah.
Oh, for the love of the
Ooh.
gods.
That's fair.
So she takes 15 of that.
16.
16. Yeah, my bad. Thank you.
Are you kidding me? No!
Oh, you think this is bad? Ha!
Hmm.
I was
What are
so
you talking
close. I just
Devin
want to
made
go
us
to
fight.
bed.
Sky. Devin made us fight against someone who had 7 of those.
I
That was
just want to
5.
go to
You only had
bed.
5.
Okay, bad. Okay, Hawkins, what is your passive perception?
He's on the other side of the building.
Yeah, that's why I'm
He has
checking.
he has plus 5 to perception. So 50.
Mm. Yeah, you might have heard the of lightning, definitely. I'm not sure you would have heard the oh hello though. You might have.
Does she give off any? Does the vampire lady give off any vocalizations by getting shotgun lightning?
Hmm. I'm gonna roll a luck roll for you. Roll high, it is a yes. Roll low, it is a no. And the high and low is pretty much split by a 10.
You want me to roll, or are you gonna?
Nope, you heard. You
Oh,
heard.
okay. So
Oh boy, you heard.
he's gonna take his dash. So that's 80, and he's currently 30 down.
Mm-hmm.
So 50. So he'd get to, because he'd be down there. So take 30, 40, and then from there. He could get in the front door, yeah?
Yep. You can get to the front door, go for it.
Alright. Yep. And he's gonna run in, he's gonna look around.
It's a fairly obvious plateau.
Minus May, who is currently like imbuing himself in moonlight.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna rage.
Mm-hmm.
As well with Storm Herald, so the vampirist gets a plus 4 temporary hit points and resistance to cold damage.
Okay.
He's enjoying this so much.
Yes, he is.
Dude, I rolled a white dragonborn with a tundra storm. Like subclass.
I'm not talking about
that.
Yeah, I think that the rabbits take more moonbeam damage.
They do.
Go ahead and roll that. Oh, 15. They might actually make the save. Go ahead and roll that.
Sorry, I was trying to find.
Yeah, and he'll.
Oh, come on!
They take 3 damage.
Yeah. Also, just a small thing. I imagine, like Hawkins sees that she's like more like bloodied and like shocked and all that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, her sleek black hair is looking a little bit frazzled, and there's a little smoke rising off her dress. She's singed.
May you fucking liar!
What do you mean? I didn't do anything!
He is currently. They're gnawing on your shin guards. Nothing.
You guys are part of the same group, and he is not thinking well.
May is currently attacking himself with Moonbeam. He's not even looking at the girl. He's barely in the same room.
She got hit with Moonbeam.
He didn't do that. She walked into it literally, and you didn't see that.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't. She said.
Okay, therefore. Okay, you know.
Therefore, calm your tits. The character's charmed. You don't need to have a logical.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying specifically calling out May's bullshit. Anyways, moving.
No, May said we're not hurting him, and he walks in and she's hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna be irrational.
That's all it is.
Speaking of irrationality, Snow's turn. She looks over at Charon. Is that any way to treat your queen? Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Did we do it?
Yep, you're charmed.
And you failed.
Ah!
Snow is...
Good ending.
Yeah.
Good ending.
Wait a second. This isn't right. You're not... Why did you just do that? Somebody's been misleading you. Somebody must have been. You came here to talk. You just wanted to talk. You promised.
Yeah, Hawkins got the right idea.
Yeah. Hawkins was right all along. He was just trying to stop you. He was being a good friend.
Oh, for the love of God, somebody please.
Okay, you're next.
May is
and
once more gonna hold.
By the way, Snow actually scooched back through the door. I forgot movement. She's
Okay.
out of there.
May is gonna stand basically here. Actually, he's gonna take radiant damage first.
Yes, he is. Do his save.
Now I roll high.
Yeah.
Yeah, takes 11. Still not up to force saving throw.
Sky, join me and kill.
Kill Conrad.
No.
This is what this has become. Oh my god.
Sky just wants to go to bed. I don't care who I have to kill.
Okay.
We'll just have two
Speedy.
Conrad characters.
Go fast,
May
guys.
May is gonna kind of like hold his action, and be like, what are you talking about? Hawkins or whatever. He's gonna just hold his action or move moonbeam again, because he's starting to realize what's happening because he didn't know charm happened.
Okay, what are you holding? What trigger is?
Move the moonbeam until Morello's done their turn.
Until Morello is done. Okay. Morello.
Morello's gonna basically go like, fuck it, and once more get behind May and make their attack with the
thing.
Bunnies?
on Snow.
The bunnies are your clearest target, but okay, I guess I didn't specify her shutting the door, so okay, she left it open by accident. Go ahead and shoot.
Yep, sorry, just trying to find
That
this
was,
off my
that
sheet.
was my bad.
Yep, sorry, I didn't know if you guys were able to hear me or not there. Yeah, and he's gonna do the steady aim to shoot properly.
Okay.
So ignores cover and does an additional 7 if it hits.
Okay. That does not hit.
Okay, second one.
That does, and I don't think is it on your next hit, or is it on just the end of this turn?
Until the end of this turn, your range attacks
Got
with
it.
that weapon.
Okay, so 9 plus 7 is 16.
And then they're going to basically just cower and wait for the other two to do their thing, and then May's turn is going to go off.
She's looking very rough. And yeah, May's turn
And
next.
then May's going to move his moonbeam onto the vampire and go, I hope this works.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the moonbeam damage. I'll do the Constitution save. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. And you see her turn into mist.
Okay.
She is now mist.
Hold on.
Yes? It's not sunlight.
Doesn't need to be. Moonbeam, while it's there, it can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Ah, good point. Good point. So, okay, you have finished it. Thank you for that, Conrad. Well done.
Yep.
As-
God
As
bless.
snow drops. Hawkins? Charon? You blink a few times and you feel something in your mind untie, unravel, snap. That you didn't realize was there.
And May's just going to turn to Hawkins and go, please tell me you're not still angry.
And we are out of initiative, and it's over.
Uh,
You take
technically-
out the last... The bunny's
Okay.
disperse.
I just wanted to make sure, because technically they never made the opportunity attack against May.
Charon is literally gonna walk up in front of Hawkins and just poke him with their quarterstaff. Just why?
The opportunity attack missed.
Good.
So yeah.
Because technically if that critical, they'd had a chance to kill Moonbeam.
Oh, wouldn't have that been some shit?
No,
It would have been amazing.
they're
I
on-
would have died happily if that happened.
They're on reduced damage. so it would have only been the 2d6.
Well, again, it would have taken a lot to get there, but yeah.
Well
So,
done.
now what do we take back to the queen to prove that she's dead?
How about we just get some sleep?
Is the corpse still there?
Still there. Broken.
Yeah, Dragonborn looks over.
Huh?
Ahead. And he'll also lean down, pull the arrow out of his foot, throw it towards Morello.
Marlo just kind
Drop
of looks
it.
at him like, "Can I at least get an apology for punching me in the face with them all?"
And for touching me?
Yeah, you know she's agoraphobic.
He kind of gives a look around and it's like, and only look to forgiveness from Tiamat.
And then May's gonna poke his head around and says, "So you're not still mad?"
And he just shrugs and
You guys are
He-
so
he'll
lucky.
he'll walk over and if he can, just pull her head off with his own hands.
Okay then.
Oh, I was gonna cut out her heart, but alright.
May is just gonna look the other direction and try not to think about what's happening right now.
Woohoo! And Karen is literally about to yeet over and just, can I cut out her heart? Please.
And he'll
I want to study her anatomy. I've never been able to study a vampire anatomy.
He kind of gives a look and it's like, this isn't something I'd recommend studying, but to each your own.
Oh, I study everything, dearie.
If you've got any books on the Dragon Queen, let me know. He walks down.
Considering I live in a library, I think that could be arranged.
He walks over with like her hair kind of like wrapped around his belt.
Alright. You clean up.
Oh, actually,
Mhm.
Karen wants to pull off the helmet of the knight.
Alright. You see a human face. Male. Handsome. But even before death, it seems that well, death hasn't helped, but he was pale, he had circles under his eyes, he looked exhausted. Not undead, though. He was alive.
Oh, poor boy. They'll put the helmet back on. Just let them lie there.
May and Morello are gonna go around basically picking up weapons off the ground, sticking it into a bag.
Yeah, as you search around, actually, you rediscover the rumors are true about this being on a gem mine of some kind. You find all sorts of precious gems, gold, riches, really. The dwarves who once lived here were miners. They had their own trapdoor down to a mine shaft. It was a private claim, and a very lucrative one, it seems.
Well, I suppose she was right about one thing. It's not that hard to be royalty. Especially now that we have all of this.
May is just gonna go, wouldn't recommend it. Seems to be a deadly business.
No. If I take anything, it'll be back to the library. Specifically her heart, because that's rather interesting.
As long as you're not putting it in my backpack.
Oh no, that goes in a specific jar in a specific place.
Too much. And he's just gonna walk away. And he's gonna cast Speak with Animals and try to attract some rabbits and birds to apologize.
It's the middle of the night. These things should not have been up to begin with. It's only her magic that caused it, but, you know, try a survival check, see if you can track some down.
If you cast that, you're going to hear something start poking from Karen's hood.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
You're not coming across anything on the ground, but apparently you hear something poking from Karen's hood.
And you see a tiny black snake.
I assume May already knew it was there. Hey, Fred. How you doing?
His name is not Fred for the last fucking time.
That sounded like a snake hiss to you. Excuse me.
No. I can cast animal friendship with snakes specifically.
Speak with animals, he means. He's
Are
parcel
you on
tonguing
T?
it.
Yeah, I am.
You have advantage against saves against magical effects.
Oh, we were all
Certain
doing-
magical effects, such as charm. Yeah.
That's
No,
Sorry.
all magical effects if you're reading out of Volos.
Oh, did that not get changed for the player version?
Mm,
Are we done with the map?
Yes, we are.
but I think
We're
Sky,
all
you
done.
can probably head off to
It's all
bed
good.
now.
Thank you.
Don't gotta think.
Thank you for bearing with me.
Of course, it was a great game. I fucking loved it.
Thanks. Boy, you guys were making me think you were jumping the rails at the start. I'm going, oh no.
Let's just talk to her.
And then you persuaded the huntsman. It's like, well, bugger that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you do have magic resistance. Okay.
And then we started going on the other side of the rails.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no.
guys completely skipped a map. Here, let me show you.
Oh, fun.
I had a whole nother map, and there were skeletons gonna come charging out if you engaged the knight.
Although, to be fair, the night got taken care of very quickly anyways.
Yeah, you did.
I feel bad. Like, my brother, like, that's so sad.
Yeah, Prince Charming. That's what happens when Snow White is a vampire.
It was that's who it was. I'm trying to think. I'm like, who the fuck was Snow White's lover again?
Just the Prince Charming who woke her up from the poisoned apple. So, of
Ooh.
course,
It's totally
she
gonna be
charmed
Halgrim's
him.
fate from now on, but I'm moving on past that.
Oh dear.
And you hear a slight ping as though your past lives are trying to tell you something.
Mhm.
I'm a bit sad I didn't get the betrayal ending, but hey,
You know,
it was good.
I was kind of halfway through the fight. I'm thinking, boy, this could be good. And then she flubbed that stealth roll with a natural 1 for 8 total. So it's like, yeah, they see her. They totally see her. And oops, the moonbeam moved right across where I put her.
Yeah. May still wouldn't have attacked her.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. He wouldn't have even attacked her.
Yeah.
She literally walked.
Original plan was she was gonna, on her next turn, she was actually gonna hit Morello, but then Charon showed up and lightning blasted her, and she needed to take care of that threat right away.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can remember the regeneration and all things stayed the same.
Yeah, I forgot regeneration.
She would have survived the moonbeam, and then it would have gotten into a 2v2 with one of the other side not even being that into it.
Mhm.
Although, to be fair, a 2v2 still would have been, I think, much better weighted in our favor, considering it's a fighter and a paladin versus a wizard who's, like, very much weakened. And yes, the barbarian would have come, but at that point.
I still like
Yeah,
the
no,
whole...
it'd be down to the barbarian and it'd be the barbarian focusing down the fighter, and then the wizard throwing in a good spell or two on the fighter and the paladin, but mainly the fighter. And if that got done, yeah, but also, yeah, they could have just 18 AC. Fuck.
Yeah, fair. Also, to be fair, how much health did, the necromancer have at the end there?
At the very end, 34.
You weren't bad.
Oh, you want to know what I was planning on doing, by the way? If she did survive long enough?
Oh?
Hawkins would have tossed, Snow, his greater healing potion.
Oh, nice.
That's why I was kind of like, even if she's hanging by the moonbeam, maybe he can get it to her in time.
Nope,
I would have been so fucking mad.
that wasn't great.
Also, might I favorite session was, oh, hello, shotgun.
Okay, I'll go ahead and stop recording. I think we're pretty much at an end here.
Oh, you're recording.
Yeah,
I forgot.
recorded.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go re-listen to that first half.
Yep.